So the chat's over here. Can we move that?
Is it stuck on that side? Should I go sit on the other side? 'Cause I can barely read from there. It's very small.
You'd be able to read here.
Oh, I can't.
Okay, we can swap if you want.
I'll
What's
just
up?
go sit like way. Yeah.
Okay, you have that microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us while we get our shit together. We're going to be streaming some Zelda and answering your questions. So dump all your questions in the chat. Imogen, my lovely girlfriend, will be reading them out.
Yeah.
Let me move the laptop. You can see where you are. Amazing. Sit. Perfect. All right, there's your mouse, young lady.
Thank you.
Brian Newbison.
I know that name.
Man, I have never jumped over from a...
Cute.
Yeah. They also show up on the screen. I got to figure out... Brian, bear with us and anybody else. We're figuring out, like, we're a pair of boomers here. I'm trying to figure out how everything works. Last time, I swear to God, it was so much easier. I did a better job last time. The text on the screen is so unbelievably small, and there's, like, no way to make it bigger.
Nice. So I'm going to be reading
Tiny
out
font.
questions, yeah. So I need to get up like a few centimeters from the screen like an old person.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Anyway, Brian, if you got any questions, brother, you got anything you want to talk about, you can use this as a coaching session, or we can just hang out. I'm going to play some Zelda. I am so unbelievably hyped for this. I played for like 2 minutes this morning. I play every single Zelda game that ever comes out. So I know nothing about this game other than it got 10 out of 10 in most of the reviews that I read.
And
Let's
you
get
woke up
straight
very,
to it.
very early to play this. It was like
I
4
woke up at,
a.m. and
like,
I could
4 a.m.,
hear
yeah.
you awake, and it woke me up.
Indeed, yeah. Mr. Cam, Mr. Radical. Cam, dude. I guess Cam and Brian and anybody else who's listening. I went to like the place. So I bought this like nice fancy controller. You probably can't see it, but it's got like Zelda logos on and shit. And there were so many nerds in there like getting their little pre-order copy of Zelda. I mean, I joke because I'm a fucking nerd too, but...
Yeah. I feel
These
very
creepy
out of
little
place.
cunts.
The strange balloon keeps getting thicker.
My dick gets thicker when I play this fucking game. God damn.
There's going to be a lot of penis jokes on there.
Yeah, Cam, you can download it. I just downloaded it, but the nerds didn't.
We've been descending for a while now. These tunnels are deeper than I thought. What could be down here?
Her mother's fucking deeper than I thought.
Going to be only penis jokes, isn't it?
Brian, yeah, man, like, Zelda is my childhood game too, brother. Oh, yeah, look, I get to play immediately. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No fucking title screen, no video. And I got my Master Sword.
I feel like I've already learned so much about Zelda just from Andy talking to me about it so much.
Hell yeah. Also, let me know in chat, guys, if like the audio is good, if like Imogen's microphone is good, if you want the sound game turned up or you want me to talk. But I'm going to try and put the focus on like answering people's questions. Radical, Majora's Mask or Ocarina? Oh, God. Both?
Worst answer ever.
Yeah, no,
Like
it's
when we ask girls, oh, like what would you like to try in the bedroom? Like whatever, everything.
That
I
is
don't
the answer that
mind.
most girls give us, though, don't we?
The
Don't
worst. Yeah.
It's like, what's on your bucket list? I'll try anything. It's like, okay, fine, I'll shit in your mouth then. You into that?
I'm not into that.
Yeah, well, then it's not anything. Then she's a liar and a scam and a fraud.
When you asked me that question, I had very clear answers to that.
Yeah, you had like very... I respect the shit out of any woman that's like, here's what's on my bucket list. Here's everything I want to try. I like that shit. I feel like, you know, in the English language, they say like "the" is the most common word. I feel like for girls, the most common phrase is like, I don't mind. Like that's...
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Look at this. You got to creep up on her. I made this joke to you before. It's like, this is how you got to do your cold approaches as well, guys. Like, don't be just charging, like don't just charge in there and be like, hello. Like, see what I just did there? I just ran up to her and was like, direct. That's like beta as fuck, because she'll know that you're needy. She can see that like you're desperate to talk to her and shit. So what you want to do is come down real low like this and just sort of like creep up behind her where she can't really see that you're there, because then she won't know that you're needy. Like you're basically hiding. Like look at this. She doesn't know that I'm needy. And then when I do, look, see? And I guess she wants me to talk. See how she wants me to talk to her now? She's giving IOIs, like indicators of interest. Look, see how she's just standing there looking like lost? She's like, man, I wish an alpha male would come up to me. Ready? And then watch this. And then I'm just like, hey, how's it going? See? Look at that opening line. My opening line was sick just then. Silence. Let her, whoever talks first doesn't have the power. So Link is actually
higher value.
Yeah, Link is very high value. Should probably focus on the game a little bit, shouldn't we? Fuck this. Nah, we can focus on having fun. Link. See? Now she's desperate. She wants that dick. What is she doing? Alpha move right there. So if you have a sword, guys, being serious here, if you guys have a sword...
Girls will think you're a nerd if you have a sword.
Girls are going to think you're sick as fuck. What are you talking about? This is like the power move. Guys, when you start doing your cold approaches, I want you to start taking out some swords as well. Like, just on your back. Don't pull the sword out or the police are going to come and freak the fuck out. But, yeah, if you can just have a sword on your back like this, especially if it can glow, power move. Pens fan 870. Do you want to read the questions out? And then I will answer them. Yeah.
You're getting distracted.
I'm very distracted.
But there's a question from Ben Gay, who asks, has cold approach made you more street smart in general?
Ben, can you define street smart? Do you mean like, you know, like what they say in like the hood? Like, are you street smart? Like you don't...
That sounds awkward going. Sorry.
Or are you talking about street smart as in like... Because when people say street smart, they mean like, I don't know, so that people don't steal your money or stab you in an alleyway or some shit. So when you say street smart, do you just mean like better at talking to human beings? If that's the question, then the answer is like, oh my God, yes, abso-fucking-lutely. If you're talking about confidence, the answer is, oh my God, absolutely. But if you're talking about like street smarts, then both. I mean, I guess it's taught me that the world is my playground. Do you know what I mean? And that most people are nice, because I did the approach anxiety program. I'll try and play the game at the same time as talking. I did a lot of the approach anxiety program, which made you do really creepy drills, which I've told you about.
Yeah, they sound horrific.
Yeah, and one of them in particular, you had to go up to girls and say like, yo, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? And that's completely normal. Like, some of them would laugh and realize it's a joke. Others of them would like literally Google Maps, like,
Sesame Street. Well, there's going to be a Sesame Street somewhere, so...
But the bit that was like hard was the challenge was you then had to say, I'm not a rapist, by the way. And so I did that like to 30 or I think it was 30 or 40, whatever it is, women. And quite a few of them were with guys, like they were with their boyfriend. And so imagine me saying to a girl and a boy, I'm not a rapist, by the way. And some of them were like big dudes, like covered in tattoos and shit like that. And so I think doing some of that shit that like would probably terrify most of us showed me that the vast majority of humans are really fucking nice. So, you know, you talk about street smarts. I think more than anything, it's shown me that the vast majority of human beings are really nice. Now, I'm not going to go to Brazil and go into the fucking favelas or the slums and be like, yo, hey, I'm not a rapist, by the way. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that won't go well. But at least in the Western world, where most of us are, where a lot of us are, and Europe and places like that, it's taught me that most people are fucking nice. You got to read out that question too.
What question? There is no other question.
Pens fan 870. You can't ignore Pens fan 870. He's a fan of pens. He likes pens. He likes fucking biros and...
Yeah, I was saying, what's your favorite pen?
What's your favorite pen?
I like hardcore...
Pretty sure pens is like a sports team.
Pen collection.
Do you reckon he likes pens? Pens...
You can spend a lot of money on like designer...
Yeah, he's into
pens.
like fucking like Louis Vuitton pens.
I can get behind that. Like something that feels really magical is a pen that...
He says Pittsburgh Penguins. That's way less cool than pens, bro. Like, no offense. Like, I'm sure the Penguins are fucking cool.
Luxury
penguins.
No, ink
How come I can't kill fucking Zelda? This is shit.
But
we talked about this before because I played for half a second. Look. She's taking selfies. Like, guys, is this not just the most female thing ever? Like, she literally pulls out her fucking tablet and she's like, oh, let me take selfies. She claims she's taking photos of these ancient carvings. She's taking selfies.
It feels a bit jarring to, in this like
Ancient.
ancient world, to be just like whipping out a phone, basically.
You could take photos in the previous game, though. I told you that.
I don't know. I feel like that hurts immersion. But the Pens fan commented that Amazon is delivering
How do you put your sword away? Okay.
his by 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Bro, why
So
didn't you play the game
probably-
fucking... Does it come out in the same time everywhere in like the world? Because ours came out at like first thing in the morning.
But
Like
if
you
it's
could play
getting-
this shit in the
But it's
morning.
Amazon saying it's getting delivered at
Yeah,
10.
fair enough. But I'm just curious. Is this what the Zonai looks like? Well, no, they weren't made of stone, you fucking idiot. But fair enough. Like, she's doing her best. I really should be a little more kind to Zelda. Like, I'm not really sure what... I know this is like a kid's game. It's not really a kid's game, but I know it's like family friendly. I don't know if Zelda puts out for Link. I also don't know if Link puts out for Zelda. Like, let's remember, guys, that we are the prize. So... And remember what I said, like, always be creeping up behind women. Like, that's super important.
A dude commented that it's 3 a.m. where they are. So that's very early or
Hell
late,
yeah.
depending on where you are.
3 a.m., brother. We're going to teach you some cold approach tricks. So I said before, this is the best way to cold approach a chick. Like, literally just when she's walking, like, do this. And then when she stops, then you just, like, see how she got a little bit scared there because I wasn't creepy enough. But then you come up and you're just like this and you're like, hello. Do you come here often? Like, is this not the best? Like, look. And then she's like, monsters down here. See, bitches can be crazy sometimes. Like, they say such weird things. Oh, shit. There are fucking monsters. We're going to creep up on these.
Or bats. Oh, bats can be really cute, though.
Fuck you. Yeah, see, look at that.
They're all, like, fluffy.
Link, oh my god.
Are you Link?
I am. Emotionally. From the last girl that left me. Maybe you can be different. See, Link is like total alpha male. Just like complete, strong, silent type. Guys, this is what we want to be if we can. If you can go through a relationship not saying a single word. I fail at that because I'm a beta male.
You like to talk a lot.
Guys, leave a comment. Do you guys... I do like to talk a lot. Do you guys reckon I'm a beta male or an alpha male? Like, I'm genuinely fucking curious. What do you reckon? Am I a beta male or an alpha male?
You've asked me this question many times.
Yeah, I can't remember what you said.
Jokingly. And most of the time, I refuse to answer it on principle.
Why? Because you feel like rude telling me that I'm a beta male?
Because it's a silly question.
Beta male. How much sex... Like, what are the characteristics of a... Sigma male. Oh, I like that. That was the correct answer. Sigma male grand set. Alpha male.
There you go.
Alpha male's boring.
Everyone's being very kind.
Depiction certainly suggests that the Zonai descended from the heavens.
If it makes you guys feel better, you guys are alpha males too. Alpha male Chads, big dick gods. Couple of Sigma males. Can we get a shout out? Any Sigma males in the chat? Are there any Sigma males in the chat?
Jesus Christ.
I'm like not even remotely playing or paying attention to the story. And if I'm distracting you guys from the story, bad fucking luck.
Brian says, no questions yet, but as per our last coaching session, me and...
Yeah, did I tell you I did a coaching session with Brian?
No.
So he comments on like basically all the videos.
Oh.
Like 10-figure Brian.
This was the... Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Brian,
yes,
you changed your
yes,
freaking
yes,
name.
yes.
Used to be 10-figure Brian.
No, it's 7.
10's a lot. Actually, now that I say that, 10 is a lot. Yeah, I would forgive you for not hitting 10 figures, Brian. Unless they're like, we're counting in cents.
He and his tracking mentor mapped out a clear plan to get him to 20k a month in 4 months
shit.
or less.
Good shit.
He loves his initiative and giving me free time now.
Yeah, good shit. Yeah, if you guys can get a, like, whatever your goal might be, if you can get a mentor, obviously I try and give you guys as much value as I can. And if you join my coaching program, you know, I can give you a shitload of value. But, like, there's only a limit I can give you. If you guys can get a mentor or someone, or even someone that's just a little bit ahead of you, like, holy crap, especially if they're willing to help you for free. I think, though, you said that you're paying your mentor. Obviously, paying someone is the easiest way to get a mentor, but even if you can just get someone that's a little further along than you. See, you're taking fucking selfies again. Look at this fucking click, click, click. You just point it and click. Yeah, we know.
To be fair, you recommend to your clients that they take lots of photos.
Yeah, maybe not selfies.
Sure, not selfies.
Just get the bomb. Get a bomb, you can blow that shit up.
Pens fan asks how many hours you're going to put into this game.
180 probably. That's how much I played the other one. That's why I want to stream it, honestly. We had this big conversation. That's why I'm sitting here streaming it, because I want it to be relatively productive. I don't just want to sit there and play a game for 180 hours. And to be fair, the way I played the previous one is I used it as a reward. And any of you that play video games, you can kind of do that. You can use dating as a reward too, but you can kind of say like, look, if I sit here and bust my ass today and just absolutely grind out a ton of work, then I can play video games for an hour tonight. And that can actually make you more productive because you'll work harder. Like set really high bar for yourself and say, I have to do like 5 times what I would normally do. What were you going to say?
I got distracted by how good Radical / Cam's question was, but Pens fan also wanted to comment that Zelda is just doing her 365 photography project. So you can't be mad at her for
Pens
taking
fan, you fucking... Yeah, and she's trying to get the whole 365 project done in one day, isn't she?
You probably could if you took really shitty photos.
Yeah, that's
Just
what
like
she's
hundreds
taking.
of very average photos.
So I said it before, but I'm going to make this comment again. Like, yeah, this really is the best way to fucking, like, chat up a chick, just, like, creeping. Could you imagine, like doing this?
I think you're getting, like,
I feel like people are going to,
in proper trouble if you do something like that.
Oh, no, that's what we want to do, guys. So if I hold that button, see, it locks onto her, and I can, like, run around her in circles, like, and, you know, you're meant to use that for attacking, and lots of games have, like, lock on. See how I can just, like, lock onto her? That's what you want to do when you cold approach. Like, if you can just lock onto a girl, like, basically, and then start strafing around her in circles. Like, because that just shows that you're, like, alpha male. And probably starts intimidating her a little bit. You basically want your women intimidated when you say, like, can I get your phone number? Because, like, they're too intimidated to say no. Someone is going to take that completely out of context,
Yeah.
and I'm getting cancelled. Someone's going to think that I'm, like, Andrew Tate or some shit.
You've already had that comment a million times now.
I've had that comment so many times. I did a video, like, literally for women. I've talked about this, where I was, like, talking to single mothers, and I was like, lots of single mothers, like, work too hard and sacrifice. Like, hey, single mothers, I want you to love yourself more. And someone was like, oh, great, another Andrew Tate wannabe. And I was like, please show me where Andrew Tate is, like, loving single mothers and saying, like, hey, like, don't work so hard. You know, put yourself first.
I think the issue is that if you're
Oh,
a
shit.
man giving advice to women, people are always going to take that badly because you're a man giving advice
Yeah, but
to
that's why I
women.
have you here. You're, like, the token woman. We've talked about this before.
Token woman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're on my channel. Don't read that
That's
question
true.
by Radical. Ignore that.
No, I will be reading that question, but the question
Read the proper
in
question.
between is what's the best way to call out peers who make...
Before you read that question, look at this. I'm having the strangest sensation. This is also ominous. So that's the mindset that you want your girls in when you're, like, in the bedroom, like right before you start doing anything. Just, I'm having the strangest sensation. This is also ominous, and you're like, that's
I'm gonna
the
be
quick start guide to
sighing and
BDSM.
groaning a lot, aren't I?
Anyway, read the question out.
What's the best way to call out peers who make misogynistic, homophobic, racist, or other bigoted statements without alienating them?
Antonio, is this a dig at me, brother? Is this you calling me out for everything I've said so far in this live stream? It is, isn't it? No, it's not. Best way to call out peers. I don't know, man. So me, myself, I'm very non-confrontational, and I would not really call something like that out. Like, I might gently be like, dude, like, maybe I'd just say that. But generally speaking, I'm very non-confrontational. And so if I had peers who were constantly like that, and I do have a couple. I have one in particular who can...
Yes.
Okay, I have 2 in particular. You probably don't know which 2 I mean. You know, I know
I
you
can
know
guess
one
one
of
of
them.
them.
The other one, big muscle guy, lives...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not
yeah,
massively,
yeah,
but
yeah.
just a little bit.
Mm.
I don't know. I just let them do that shit. Like, I think in their case, they're not actually... They're just using words like fag and stuff like that, but they don't actually think less of people who are homosexual. So if there was, like, actual intent behind it, then yeah, maybe I would feel a
You
little
have
bit
a
different.
friend currently who used to be a bit... Like, he's kind of chilled out a lot recently.
He's chilled out a lot, yeah.
But he used to be very full on about, like, race stuff.
That's true. So maybe we can have that conversation, Antonio. Like, so what I did with him in particular is, and we're very close, so I would only do this with people that you're close with. I basically did the Byron Katie work with him. And I was sort of like, look, is it true that if someone is a liberal, they're a worse person? Like, let's go through that. Is it possible to be transsexual? Is it possible to be this shit and still be a good person? And we just talked about it. And I got him to And again, this is someone that really trusts me and is willing to have this conversation. I got him to a point where he's like, you know what? Like, maybe I have been a little bit closed-minded and shit. And he's opened up a lot. So I don't think you can do that with everyone. I think most people just don't want to have that conversation. I, Antonio, am always going to give you guys advice that is applicable to you and, like, best serves you. And so probably the advice that best serves you is just walk away, man. Like, you don't have to sit there in those conversations. I still do that with some of my friends where they start talking about, like, conspiracy theories and shit. And, like, it gets a little bit negative. And so I just peace out of the conversation. Like, I let it go on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And then I'm just like, yo, fucking hell, this is distracting.
Whatever's happening on screen.
How about we just watch the screen first? Because I might have to fight this shit. Oh, shit, he took all my hearts.
Oh, he's just going to kill you. Oh no.
That's a really nice way. Because you had full hearts in the previous game. That's a really nice way of, like, making me weak again. He's going to take my sword, too. Because I told you you're not supposed to have the sword.
At the start.
Yeah, see? Ooh.
Oh.
Holy shit. And Antonio, I will answer your question properly in a second as well, a little bit more.
Yeah, we did say prior to this that you want to get past the storyline part because it's very distracting.
Yeah, the story is, like, distracting. Yeah, Radical. This looks like Dark Souls kind of villain.
How do you know our names?
Because I stalked you. I looked you up on LinkedIn.
And I guess continuing on, I'm going to talk a little bit because you're focusing. I'm guessing I don't need to focus.
You don't need to focus.
But continuing on Antonio's point, I think often if I, like, disagree with somebody on such a core level and it's getting to a point where I feel like I would need to say something, I probably just stop being friends with that person.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
Like, if I really, really, really disagree with what somebody is saying, so much so that it's getting in the way of just, like, spending time with that person, that's probably not somebody that I'm going to choose to continue to spend time with.
Yeah.
If I'm like, they say things, I'm like, well, that's a bit fucked up. I'm not going to argue with them and try and convince them, I guess, because we're very, like, non-aggression, not trying to, like, make other people do other things, but...
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Oh, look at this. Is that alpha male or beta male, guys? Answer the question. Jumping after a chick to save her life. Alpha or beta? Oh, shit, you missed. That's beta. Missing is beta as fuck. Ah, that's beta.
Wait,
as
why'd
fuck.
she turn into a little gold cloud? Oh.
Yeah, so Antonio's short story, like, I would question, like, how often are they doing this stuff? And you can give more information if you want. We can answer the question a little better. Is this happening, like, every time you hang out with them? Is it just every now and then? How much are they adding to your life? Like, if they're adding a ton to your life and then they're occasionally racist or homophobic or something, then, you know, like, maybe you decide that you're just going to put up with it. You're not going to agree with it. Just stay silent when they say it. That's what I've always done. If someone says something that I think I don't agree with, I just stay silent. I'm just like Link in the fucking video game. But if you feel like they only add to your life a little bit and they're kind of taking away from it by, you know, all these comments which are kind of getting you down a little bit, or maybe you don't resonate with on a principle or philosophical level, you don't have to be friends with people. Or you can be friends with them and just hang out with them less. I think you deserve to have friends that you really gel with, man. And ask yourself that question. Are they adding to my life more than they're taking away from it? Radical says everyone needs to smash that like button. Well, Radical, like, nobody needs to do anything, my friend.
There are no shoulds.
I'd make the worst YouTuber, hey. Because they'd be like, look, smash that like button if you feel like it. And if you don't, like, I respect that. I think that's beautiful. I think it's amazing. You know what you want. And if you don't want to subscribe, fucking don't. I'm never going to tell you to subscribe.
Brian is back with the correct name.
Seven-figure Brian. Hell yeah, brother.
Memento
Oh, shit, look at my arm.
asks when you're listening.
This is, like, way too much jewelry for a man. I think we can all agree. Like, this is peacocking a little bit. Also, I told you the previous game, you're just starting in pants and you're naked. Look,
Like
they
a
found
little
a way
baby.
to, like, make you naked again. Ladies love Link's body.
Memento says, hey Andy, I made a new Tinder account 2 days ago, and after I got banned, I used a new phone number, credit card, email, cropped and edited the photos. and each time I reopen the app, I see the same girls over and over, even after I've already swiped on them. They don't even show up in my like sent. Am I shadow banned?
So I've had that happen a few times. You're not so much shadow banned as like you're probably going to get banned in a couple of days. It's like there's a weird delay. I've had exactly what you're talking about. What I would recommend is log out and back into the app, and then you probably just see that you're banned. So yeah, I've had the same shit. One thing I would do, the old account that you had, I would email them from the old account and say, why was I banned? I've talked about this a few times. I just haven't done a video. Imogen's account was banned. And we emailed the support. I think it's just like support@tinder.com. You might have to search for the right email address there. It was pretty hard to find. And you just email them and say, hey, can you please tell me specifically which terms and conditions I broke? Like which ones I went against? Please, like say exactly that. And you'll find that you sort of have to go back and forwards with them a little bit. They're like, oh, bans are final and blah, blah, blah. Just reply again. That's fine. Just please tell me exactly which terms and conditions I broke. And you'll find, or what we found is like a week or two later, they emailed us back and they're like, hey, your account is reinstated. You're back in. And so I was like, whoa, okay. And then we got banned again a couple of months later. We did the same thing. We were like, yo, hey, I thought this was fixed. Please tell us exactly what terms and conditions we broke. And then they just said 2 weeks later. That time took like 2 weeks of kind of emailing a few times. Their support is pretty trash. But they emailed again and just said, hey, your account is reinstated. And it was. So do that on your old account. You can do that on your new account as well, but I would probably do it on the first account. So again, email support, tell me exactly what terms and conditions I broke. I can't guarantee that will work, and it might be different in different countries, and maybe if you get a bad support person, it won't work, but it worked for us.
Yeah, he does say that I've emailed them a few times after your advice, but they only reply once. I've logged out, reinstalled the app, tried logging in on my PC as well. The same thing just keeps happening, unfortunately. I will try emailing them again.
Yeah, man. And if you're saying you cleared out, did you use a different internet? Because that was the one thing that I said. That's the one thing that I made very clear in the video.
Like you need a different IP address.
Yeah, you need a different IP address. So use the internet that comes with your phone. So you're saying new phone number, credit card, email, blah, 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 edited photos.
But if you're,
on the same internet, yeah, you're going to get banned by IP address. So that's why we've always just used... Fuck, I don't have my sword. Look, he goes to take out his sword and he gets sad. Look. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Look, I'm like Italian. Buongiorno. A mamma mia. A pizza paella. Because Italians are always like very fucking...
Mm-hmm.
How do I get out of this shit? I got no sword. This sucks. This place sucks.
So he said he used a VPN.
Yeah, VPNs I can't promise you a VPN will work. What we've always done is just use the internet that comes with the phone. Like the mobile internet, if you get what I mean. Because I don't know if VPNs are just going to get you banned. On top of that, man, you can, and I've said this to people, like when Tinder gets annoying, I've had plenty of periods of time where I just don't use Tinder for like 6 months or a year because I'm just like, I'm sick of being banned for like no particular reason. I did a video called Tinder Burnout, and what I talked about is if Tinder's frustrating you and you feel like it's just annoying you too much, just use Hinge, just use Bumble and go outside and talk to women. Like, don't feel like you need Tinder because you absolutely don't. And if it's frustrating you and getting annoying, which again, like I said, I've had periods like that, you can just kind of put it to the side. Tinder, like, don't be beholden to any one app for having sex and getting laid because then you feel powerless if that app won't let you use it. How am I supposed to get out of here?
Yeah, and I think we definitely have a threshold with how much we can take the Tinder bullshit and getting banned.
Yeah, we get annoyed at some point and we're just like,
so yeah,
fuck
we'll
this.
go through little periods where we'll take breaks from it just because it's so freaking annoying.
Yeah, Tinder is the one app that I will readily say just is not perfect. Like Hinge just really doesn't ban you anywhere near as much. Bumble doesn't as much either.
Yeah, and
obviously in Cold Approach you can't get banned. What am I supposed to be doing? Does anyone actually know?
Unfortunately, we sometimes we'll go through all of the steps, like changing the phone, and we use mobile data, and we change the photos, and then we still like randomly get banned for no real reason.
Yeah.
Like it does just seem to happen sometimes. Like sometimes
I think it's
pretty
because chicks are reporting you. I think it's just because lots of girls have their profile. They're like, man, I'm sick of getting banned. And so I think just like random, like everyone's banning you. You're getting banned because random people fucking like
get annoyed.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's a sword.
Radical did ask why you hate eggs,
Radical, I don't like eggs, yeah.
and I have the same question. I don't think anybody in the chat doesn't like eggs. I'm gonna make that call.
In the chat, guys, leave a comment if you agree that eggs are not good. What is this? Fucked up sword. Decayed Master Sword. Do you know how long it took me in the first game to get the goddamn Master Sword? You have to do all this crazy shit to get it. You have to have like extra hearts and you have to go on all these missions. Like it's not just part of the main game. Like you have to go out of your way to get the goddamn Master Sword.
But it's decayed now.
Wait, it's a little bubby sword, look. Oh, it's so cute. It's like a little dagger. Girls are not going to sleep with you if you have a dagger. I think I've said that before in a couple of videos. Like, you have to have a big sword. If you can get, like, a two-handed sword or, like, a bastard sword or any of those kind of things. What is this shit? I don't want that. I want to fucking, like, cruise around. Yeah, son. Yeah, look at this.
Cute.
Girls love a man who can climb as well. Like, if you can just climb like a...
Rock climbers have good bodies.
That's what I'm saying. Girls love that shit. All right, come on. Let's do the mission. Let's stop fucking around. Next question.
Next question. Why don't you like eggs?
That's not what the question is. The question is, Andy, how was your journey to enlightenment?
But the pressing question is why don't you like eggs?
Because eggs are the devil's marbles. The devil's spheres.
They're
Who
good.
likes eggs?
Most people. It's why they're on every
would you
brunch
like to tell
menu.
the chat?
I like eggs
Would you like to tell the audience
a lot.
what foods you don't like?
No,
that are normal
I'm
human foods
I'm aware that the
humans like?
foods that I don't like are like child food preferences.
She doesn't like tomato.
Like
Everybody
I'll have
likes
it.
tomato.
I'll have it cooked down. I just don't like fresh. Like I'm not going to put tomato in a kebab or in a
She
salad.
doesn't like onion.
I'll have it cooked into things.
She doesn't like capsicum, or you Americans call that bell peppers. She doesn't like bell peppers. You don't like spring onions, or Americans call that what, like shallots?
What do they call them?
I think shallots.
No, shallots are a different thing.
I have like no hearts too. I was so pumped when they Wait, the Master Lord is low on energy. We'll fucking charge it up. Does it just come back?
Brian says he loves eggs and they're how he got so big so fast. Maybe you should eat eggs.
Well, then you need to eat less eggs, Brian. You're too big. Girls don't like muscles.
Pretty sure they do.
Oh, that was sick. I forgot the swimming in this game feels good. Swimming in most games feels like trash. Running low on energy, then fucking charge that shit up. Wait, did I just break my Master Sword? Guys, did I just like fucking break my Master Sword? Have I just like failed the fucking game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can like call your horse.
A horse.
Look, he's whistling.
What's the horse's name?
Traditionally it's called Epona, but I don't think that the horses in this
name.
game have a name. Did I really just like fuck my sword up? Do I get that shit back?
I'm going to guess that was inevitable.
Yeah. This is why you don't give Andy video games, because he just breaks the game in 5 minutes. Tell me I'm not supposed to dive into that. This is not safe. That's how you do it.
It's like
you
the
don't
thing
dive,
of
you
your
fall.
nightmares.
Oh, that's cool. Like it splashed. Oh yeah, I forgot you drown in the water too. Like you run out of stamina, which is just not very realistic.
You don't just immediately do it. Maybe Link's just a really bad swimmer.
Yeah, that's true. What is this shit? Is this another sword? Give me a sword. Give me my sword. Fix my sword. I'm so sorry that I broke my sword. Leg wear. Do we want to wear leg wear? That is the question. Or do we want to just stay naked? Because I feel pretty fucking airy right now. I don't know. What do you reckon? I don't like that. That's a skirt. That's what girls wear. I'm not okay with that.
Very breathable skirts.
Gives me 1 extra armor. I think we can just go without though. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. No, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to play this game as if it's like how girls play games where they make their characters all pretty and shit. They don't worry about
I spend a lot of time decorating my house in games. That's like the main attraction. The actual question was, Andy, how is your journey to enlightenment? I'm assuming
I'm
going.
feeling very enlightened as I play Zelda, honestly. Pretty good, honestly. It's taken a bit of a back seat as I've been working on paying off like tax debts and focusing on building the coaching up and stuff, but it's definitely like the most important goal. Holy shit. This is like really pretty. It's the most important goal, so just cruising along slowly. I still do all the stuff that helps, like saying I love you in the mirror every single night. I've been doing that for a couple of years now. Doing the Byron Katie, the work every single day, questioning my limiting beliefs and all of that kind of stuff, so still a journey. Fuck, this guy is insane. Like, why would you just jump? Does this seem sane?
It's a high value man.
It's a high value
and
man.
On that point, Flozo
You
says...
can't hear the music, but holy shit,
I
sounds
can't.
good.
Says, disappointed, I thought high value men don't play video games.
Yeah, I'm not playing that. I'm doing live stream. So there.
I'm
Answering
actually.
this is a coaching call where I just happen to be playing video games.
I'm disappointed that I know what the abbreviation
HMV,
Yeah.
HVM.
means.
Yeah. I mean, I know Flozo's making a joke. Flozo like comments all the time, so I know him. But yeah, lots of people will tell you guys what you should and shouldn't do. Especially, oh fuck yeah, the music's like kicking off now. I still don't know why he's committed suicide. We're watching a man commit suicide in live, like real time. He just jumped off a fucking cliff.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you would do other than expect to die.
And it's like, oh, but there's water there. It's like, this isn't moving. Oh shit, I can accelerate. How do I do that? Oh fuck, no, don't do that. Link, that's dangerous.
Whoa.
There we go. Fuck, that music's nice. That was nice.
Flozo said he watched the video
just, like,
on...
grounded.
Oh, it's so pretty. On Maps of Consciousness and is checking out the David Hawkins book, Letting Go, I'm assuming.
Hell yeah. David Hawkins has lots of good books, by the way. Power versus Force is amazing. What are the other ones? The Maps of Consciousness Explained. The Map of Consciousness Explained. Lots of his books are just like life-changing with the concepts that he teaches. Especially Power versus Force, which is a concept of like, if you force someone to do something, like you force against like last-minute resistance, or you try and push someone with sales, you're always met with counter force, as in they'll defend, they'll push back. You're not on the same team. But real power is not needing something from someone. So it's basically a book on abundance mentality. And like power is, yeah, the opposite of force. When you're powerful, you don't need to force anyone to do anything. In fact, you don't want to. Because you want to be the man that's powerful enough to just have people, you know, want to do what you want them to do. This is really pretty. I didn't finish the Flozo train of thought that I was saying. Lots of people in life will tell you what you should be doing, shouldn't be doing. They'll tell you, like, don't play video games, make sure you do this, go to bed at this time, wake up at 4 a.m, you should do this, you should do that. It's like, no, motherfucker, do whatever you want. At the end of the day, the question to ask is, am I happy? And if you guys are happy playing video games, then great, play some fucking video games. I would say the thing that for most people is going to make you happy is being productive. And so in that case, you can use video games as a reward for the end of a productive day. Or you can do what I'm doing right now. You can make it productive. So you can play video games while fucking, I don't know, on your Zoom calls at work. Play video games while you do coaching like I'm doing right now. Well, I don't have a sword. Like, what am I supposed to do? This motherfucker's going to come and kill me.
You just gotta run.
Wait, fuck off. Watch this. Will he, like, can I get that off him? Come on,
I'm gonna
attack.
say unlikely. It's just a stick.
But look, flurry rush, but I didn't have a fucking... I'm hitting the button. What am I supposed to do? Well, this fucking sucks. I broke my goddamn sword. Let's just run. Leg it. No, don't fucking squat. I don't know where there's a sword. Okay.
Oh, you got a
branch.
stick.
Tree branch.
Nice.
Come on, bitch. Come on. I want to do flurry rush. Oh, yeah, you like that. You like that. You fucking... Oh, shit. Wait,
Break your
get his.
stick.
Is he dead?
Who's this boy? Why is he attacking you?
Take. What am I taking? Zono charge. A material used
Zono.
as a power source. Ooh, power source. What's that? Is that a weapon? Hold. Why am I holding it? Well, that doesn't do anything. How do I unhold? I guess that. Girls love boys with sticks, by the way.
With sticks.
Yeah. How do I put it away? There we go. Yeah. Flozo, let me know if I know that wasn't even a question, brother, but let me know if that like was useful. I know you were literally making a joke. I'm not autistic, but like
You were a little bit autistic.
I am a little bit autistic actually.
Jack Chen asked what.
Jackie Chan. Jack, I haven't replied to your message. You sent me a message telling me you were grateful for me. I just haven't gotten around to replying, dude, but I appreciate the message. Anyway, what does Jackie Chan say?
What should he do in his infield session with Scotty? He's crashing at his place in LA.
Dude, I can't. When Scotty told me that, Scotty sent me a message and he's like, "Hey, I'm working with one of your clients," and I'm like, "Who?" And he's like, "Jack Chen," and I was like, "Holy fuck, man! How do I like smash a tree?"
Pretty nice
Like,
to the tree.
Can I like headbutt a tree? Can I just do that? Oh, I can. How do I get that?
It's actually a very realistic jump. It's funny in games how
Yeah, it's like a
characters
little
will
baby
jump
jump.
like twice their height.
Wait, if I squat, does he jump higher? No. Jack, what should you do in your infield session with Scotty? Oh my god, like, so everyone in the chat right now is probably fucking getting wet at the idea of you going out with Scotty. Like, I would make the most of that, man. So if you think about what I would do is I would take a step back and think about what are the skills that Scotty and Scotty alone can teach me. Like, because he'll do things that I, Andy, couldn't have taught you. And obviously I didn't go out with you in person. So the things that Scotty was always really good at is being very, very, very sexually upfront and honest. Being very physical, playing the numbers game, just having a good presence, being very cool and chill around women. And so I would get him to teach you some of those skills. And so I would also ask him, like, hey man, I want you to push me to do shit that absolutely terrifies me. Like, I want you to push me to be able to have sex with a woman within like 2 hours of meeting her. I want you to push me to have like a threesome or something. Like, go and hit on 2 women in a bar who are friends and see if you can see if they want to sleep with you. Like, get him to push you to do insane stuff, because you're basically out with someone who can do insane stuff. Like, some stuff that even I wouldn't do, by the way. Is this one of those bots that goes around sweeping up that we've seen like in our shopping mall? We have this like automatic robot that just like goes around and sweeps and vacuums the floor, and it's got like weird eyes on it, just like this. But yeah, Jack, I would make the most of that, man. That's like so unbelievably cool. Get him to push you to do some crazy shit. Like, you can have sex in public and stuff if you want. Obviously, don't break any laws, blah, blah, blah. Legal disclaimer, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, get him to just show you what's possible. I would also, if you're going to be with him, do what I always did with my approaches, where if you find a woman sexy, just go up to her and be like, yo, you're really fucking sexy. Just be, like, more honest. Scotty strikes me as, like, one of the most honest people who just say what he's thinking. And he's not afraid of, like... He's not afraid of sexuality. He's not afraid of, like, I guess, connection. He's not afraid of any of that stuff. So get him to push you to do that, to just say what's on your mind. In other words, I would use Scotty. This is probably the best, like, analogy I can give of Scotty. Scotty is someone who has no filter, or very little filter. And so when he has a thought in his head, he will just say that, or he would do that. If he can get you to remove the filter that you have, in other words, if he can get you to give yourself permission to do some of the things you want to do, you know, obviously make sure, like, the women want to do it as well. I feel like you know that. But if he can help you remove that filter, holy crap. She gave us her fucking selfie phone.
Nice.
This is the Purapad. It was called the Sheikah Slate in the previous game.
Jack Chan says he hooked up with a girl from the bar 2 weekends ago.
My man, good man.
Good job,
Yeah.
Jack.
For anyone who doesn't know, Jack Chen was one of my coaching clients. We did an interview together. He moved across the country because he wanted to be like good looking loser. I think you know all this.
Yes, I do know all this.
And he wanted to move to LA and get into the party scene and all of that, just like good looking loser did. And so he was like nervous and shy, and he comes from a very like traditional Asian family, and he was like, what if my parents don't let me? What if blah blah blah? And so he grew a pair of balls. He already had a pair of balls, but he really went all in with that shit. Jack is one of like my favorite stories of my coaching clients. Like someone who's done something that absolutely terrifies him. He had to drive across the entire country too. He went from the East Coast to the West Coast. Did I say that right? Where's California? Is LA on
West.
the West? I'm pretty sure it's West, isn't it?
Coast.
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
Any Americans in the chat, tell me. Every American in the chat, tell me. All simultaneously.
I don't think you actually care about American geography though, do you?
I roughly know it. I know that the southern states are in the south.
Wow.
I know Utah's in like the desert. I know where the Bible Belt is. I know that Miami is off down the beach. I know where San Diego is. I know like bits and pieces. I know like Michigan and where that is because I had a client there. I only know American geography from my clients because I will look it up on the map because that's useful. Like if they're like trying to figure out where to go talk to women, it's useful to pull the map up. And Temple of Time, oh my God.
Brian says that being sexually honest and upfront is so hard for him. He feels so repressed. I feel so beta. It feels so awkward. That's one thing I'm going to tackle after I get solid with the basics.
Just be beta, bro. What's so bad about being beta? I'm probably the most like beta male cuck faggot that you'll ever meet, but I don't give a shit. Like, why do you have to be alpha? Like, and I'm being serious. Like, go in there and analyze. Go inside yourself and say, like, why do I need to be alpha? Or a better way of phrasing that. Because you might want to be alpha, right? You might want to be masculine. You might want to be confident and all of those positive traits. But ask yourself, like, why am I so terrified of being beta? And, like, no one's calling me beta. Like, Imogen. Does any girl in the known fucking universe think of the word beta?
No, it's
Does any
not
woman go
in
like, oh, look at this
women's
beta male fucking...
vocabulary.
Yeah.
Sometimes for fun, I explain all of these concepts to my female friends.
And they probably laugh, like, beta male, what's that? Isn't that like an animal? like an alpha wolf or a beta fucking wolf. Why'd I talk to this guy again? Goodbye. That's what I send like with chicks as soon as we have sex. I'm just like, goodbye.
Yeah, and so Brian clarified and said, I don't mean to twist words, but what he actually wants is to be comfortable and confident.
Yeah, but same thing applies, Brian. Like, I would sit there and basically say, why am I so afraid of not being confident and comfortable? Like what? In other words, what bad thing happens if I'm awkward? What bad thing happens if I'm cringeworthy? And take that to its logical conclusion. Like, you might say, oh, well, then she won't like me, she won't respect me, she'll eventually stop dating me, and that will be bad. And it's like, and then what? Well, then I will work on my confidence. I will keep working away at that. I'll keep working on my self-improvement. I will go and talk to more women. Hell yeah, zone I charge, brothers. I will keep talking to more women. I will get better, and I will talk to the women that like me. Like, in other words, remove the fear that you're going to have of, like, something bad happening. I have no idea why the fuck I just did that.
Yeah, something bad like falling off a cliff.
It's because I was attempting to climb the tree. It's really hard to be, like, thinking of, like, serious topics while playing a fucking... This, let's be honest, guys. We've seen so far from the gameplay... Oh, what is this? This is essentially a Dark Souls clone.
I don't know.
Dark
what
Souls
reference
is, like,
being made.
notorious for being the hardest video game series ever, so that was, like, a terrible joke. Alright, okay. I get to go from here.
Yeah, and on everything you're saying, like it's it's your very first article, give yourself permission to suck. Like when you first
Yeah.
try and be sexually open with women,
Yeah.
you're going to suck because you're not experienced. And like that was something that I definitely found when I was being more upfront with women on Tinder, which you encouraged when we were trying to meet girls together. I was so nervous and super awkward sometimes over message, and that was over text where it wasn't so hard. But you just do it a bunch of times and you stop giving a shit.
Yeah. In other words, like, and guys, this is why my number one philosophy, or one of them, is like, give yourself permission to suck. If you can just like take away the expectation that you will be confident, at least at the start, you're probably not going to be. Do they want me to jump off from here? Because it looks like these platforms are indicating where I can dive safely, but I want to see what else is in this place. If you guys can take away the pressure to be good at anything, like, Amy, you know me better than, like, anyone here, obviously. How many times in my life have I just sucked it? Oh, this is so fucking sick. What is this? It's like volleyball.
Oh,
that was so
it's
sick.
not a volleyball.
Why did I drop it? I swear to God, I pushed R. There's two R buttons. Maybe one drops and one... there we go. Yeah, but then I got to go over there and get whatever it dropped. You know me better than anyone. How many times have I, like, given myself permission to suck? How many times have I just been unconfident? This is the most efficient way to drop these.
It's like when you do it with the
Break.
medicine ball at the gym.
Hello, you seem to be new here. That's my fucking pickup line. That is my number one killer pickup line. Hello, you seem to be new here.
That's creepy. Although Cam Radical just made a point that in order to get laid, you need to be creepy. Article is a good read.
Yeah, and it's not that you need to be creepy. So Radical, I actually renamed that article. Same concept, but I called it like, you may be creepy in order to get laid. Like, in other words, it's not that you have to be creepy, but some girls will say that you're creepy. And you weren't trying to be. You were trying to do your best, but like, yeah, I know how to lock on. Come on. You think this is my first rodeo? Come on. I know how to play games now. Give me the fucking apple. Can I throw apples at people? Hold. Because I know you can drop them.
Apples.
Did I drop it? No, I didn't.
Do they have pink lady apples in the US? If so, if
They
they
have
don't,
pink apples, yeah.
no, pink lady apples. If
Give me
they
that.
don't, I don't want to go to the US again because
You
they're
missed a question as well, by the way.
the best apples.
Glasper.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Glasper.
What is this shit?
So if this question has been asked before, how do you deal with the regret of knowing that the things you are accomplishing now could have been done earlier in your life?
Well, you take that to its... like several things. I would sit there and say, you can play that game for infinity. Like, if you were 4 years old and you somehow became a millionaire, you could be like, well, I could have done this when I was 3. Like, you have to understand that game can go on. This is so sick. I love doing that. That's cool. You couldn't do that in the previous game. Oh, frog! Frog! I want it! I need it! I need it! Oh.
You got away.
I heard it ribbit. You'll be able to play that game for infinity, as in like you can always say I could have done something. But what the fuck am I picking up? Wait, is he trying to fight me? I was not. Come on. Bro, I'm trying to do a live stream here. Can you fuck right off? What the fuck is it doing?
Brian has good taste in apples.
Give me. Yeah, I know how to throw a weapon. Come on. It's not my first rodeo. What was I saying? Yeah, so you can play that game. You can play that out forever. You will always be able to say you could have done better. And that's kind of the beauty of humanity, is that we're always trying to push ourselves and say, like, I could do better. Oh, look at this, like, fucking alpha male Chad. This is, like, fucking... Look at this. Guys, literally, we are working out. Look at this. I'm a power lifter. No, this is what power lifters do. Literally, this is what, like, fucking Olympic lifters do. They just drop it. And then ready. This is what strong men do.
Whoa.
This is so fucking satisfying. Fuck yes. I've been wanting crickets.
Restless cricket. What?
Yeah, so you can play that game forever, and there will always be, like, something more you could have done, or some way you could have done it better. So realize that that part of you will never be satisfied, and so it's a fool's game to just say, I could have done better, I could have done better. It's like, yeah, that's true. And also the fact that you think you could have done better is a good thing, because, man, it's going to push you to always be trying to do better. The second thing I would say, what was the actual part of the question? Yeah, like, could have done earlier in your life. That's so fucking easy to say in the present moment. Oh, birdie. So easy to say in the present moment. But it's like, if you could have done it earlier, then why didn't you?
Because you didn't know.
Because you didn't know the things that you know right now. So the answer is, you couldn't have done it before. You didn't have the knowledge that you could do it. You didn't have the confidence. You didn't have the ability. Or maybe you had all the ability and all of that, but you didn't even know it was possible. Or you had doubts or insecurities. And part of the process of achieving goals is overcoming those doubts and insecurities. That is literally a step that is required. And so you were being productive while you were doing that. While you were working through the fears and the doubts and the insecurity, that was productive time. That was a necessary mandatory step. Oh, cricket. A necessary mandatory step that you had to take in order to get to the goal. So don't sit there and say, man, I wasted the last 3 years not doing this thing. That time was spent overcoming your doubts or your insecurities or your fears. And even if all you did was sit there and just feel frustrated and not actually do anything, good. That means you were building up the frustration till you got to the point where you're like, fuck this, I need to change. So that was a mandatory required step. You had to sit there and waste 3 years. Like, part of the reason, guys, that I've done everything I've done, is because not wasted, but I felt like I wasted all of my 20s and all of my teen years, and I just did nothing with my life, and that built up so much frustration that's why I hustled so hard when I found Good Looking Loser, and everything I've done since then has been because of those years of frustration. And so, I could sit there and say I could have done all of this in my 20s, and yeah, maybe I could have if I'd known that I could have done it, but I wouldn't have hustled as hard if I hadn't wasted, so to speak, my 20s. So be grateful for the fact that you have frustration. Be grateful for the fact that you did waste time, so to speak, because it's what will make you more successful. And other people who are living an okay, decent life won't have the fire and the drive that you have from that insecurity of wasting that time. So it's kind of your superpower.
Yeah.
TED Talk over.
You did a YouTube video, I think, called Feel Like You Wasted Your 20s or Feel Like You Missed Out in Your 20s.
Yeah.
Talking about that same thing.
Yeah.
Jack Chen has asked me what Asian foods he should add to his diet.
Why'd you ask Imogen?
Well, I'm half Chinese, and I did actually...
If you're half Chinese, then how come your eyes are really, big?
I don't know, I got more white genes.
Is that racist to ask?
My brother has less big eyes, and he looks more Asian.
Your brother looks way more Asian. Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe you're adopted. You can't carry any more melee
not
weapons. How many melee weapons can I carry?
Jack, I could talk a lot about Asian food that I grew up on.
I have. This is nuts.
If you...
Let's get rid of this then. You can I... Oh, yeah, look at this. Motion controls. I got to get used to that. Fuck right off with that.
I've got a feeling that nobody actually cares about my preferences for Asian foods, but because I care, I will talk about them briefly. Dace is one of my recommendations.
What is dace?
It's a bit niche, and I think if you haven't grown up on it, it'll probably be a bit weird, but it's like a canned fried fish.
What is this?
That comes with black beans. Dace
Raw
with black
meat.
beans.
3 of my friends are going to get wet over that. I actually have a friend who eats raw meat,
It's like
raw
raw
steak.
carnivore.
Yeah, he eats like raw steak. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted. Dace?
Dace with black beans. You can get it from basically every Asian supermarket. You just eat it with rice, and it's delicious. I'm sure the macros are terrible, like no protein, only fat, and then if you eat it with rice, it's just carbs. But it is very yummy. It's like a more upscale tuna. The other recommendation I would make is lapchong, which is also just fat, weird meat product that's kind of sweet, also delicious. And then
I like that stuff, yeah.
yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's terrible for you though. I would always fight my little brother for it when we were growing up because we'd always have one stick to share between the family at dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then actual good recommendation that is macro friendly and like
Gimme
has
for this.
protein
I think I'm supposed to kill those guys with this.
with the boulder. It's cute how they like line it up for you.
They didn't do anything.
I like how
What
games
is
do
doing
that.
that?
Well, maybe
Wait,
you
don't push it that way.
rolled it in the wrong
I
spot.
want to push it this way. No, I fuck this. up,
Oh
didn't
no. But this is something you would hate, Andy. When I eat it, you don't like it. But fried fish cakes.
I found out how to do the fucking fried fish cakes, yeah. I don't mind them. I'm just not a big fan. Can I take photos?
You get them in the freezer section because
photos.
they're almost always frozen. And they're these really weird, spongy, fishy things. And they don't actually have that much fat. It's like for 150 grams, 200 calories, maybe 20 grams of protein. Fish cakes. And also when I was growing up, I would have them chopped up in my 2-minute noodles. And they're very delicious. And
There's
no
an
one
enemy
actually
down there.
cares.
Oh shit. Wait, isn't that just one of the normal enemies? I don't think they're hard, are they? Come on, attack me. So you do that if you dodge. Most games have that kind of shit. If you dodge in the right like time, then you get to like fuck him up.
Tempeh. What is tempeh?
Tempeh, what's that?
It's from Indonesia. I've definitely heard of it. I feel
Oh
like
man,
it's something that
Indonesia has the most amazing food. Like nasi goreng, holy shit.
I feel like I've heard of it. And that maybe vegans eat it.
I'm gonna push rocks towards these guys. Come on, one of you. at a
Low
time,
cal
come on.
ramen. Oh, Jack, do you make that with konjac?
Cognac noodles, konjac.
Konjac.
Yeah.
They're like no calorie noodles. They do have a weird smell though, and you don't like them.
These guys have got like long
But you don't
fucking
like
poles.
most things like eggs.
Ah! Jump!
Oh, I need to go soon.
You gotta go. God, when you go, it's gonna be hard for me to fucking read the chat at the same time. I'm getting the fuck out of here. These guys are gonna kick my ass.
Jack, you need to tell me how to make low calorie ramen, because I really like noodles. That's the problem. Growing up on Asian food and liking it so much, it's basically entirely carbs and fat.
Yeah.
So it's not good for you, but it's what I crave most of the time.
These guys are just gonna keep fucking going, aren't they?
Yeah, I need to go. I have training.
Where were you up to with questions?
I
Which
got-
one?
I basically got down
Point
to
to
the
the last one.
very end. I read everything.
Pink Lady apples. Oh, that's why you were talking about apples.
I brought up no. Well, that apples in the game, and then I brought up apples, and then we were all talking.
Jackie Chan.
Jack,
you asked me that question when you were in the coaching program too. You're like, what Asian foods should I make?
Fish cakes.
I was like, yeah, ask the
Fine
white guy.
fried fish cakes. Explore konjac noodles because they're actually like no calories.
They have a weird texture to me though. Like I find
They're a
them
little
so
bit weird. They're
strange.
kind of like glass noodles.
Yeah. Oh come on!
Um,
Don't make me fight when I got like no fucking health.
Oyster sauce goes a long way in terms of
What is he doing?
flavoring
What is he
Asian
doing?
food.
What is he doing? Stop.
But I would like
Stop.
the recipe for low calorie ramen, so please email that and I will read it. I need to go. Goodbye. I hope you have fun.
Stop. If I just throw my sword at him, he can't come to me.
See ya.
Old wooden shield. Hell yeah, brother. See ya. Have fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the women are out now. We can get just to the men shit. So let's talk men shit. I'll just make sure she didn't miss any of your questions. And by the way, any of you that I answered your questions, if you feel like I could have said more on that, like, you know, feel free to add more context or anything. The point of this was like a little bit of Zelda, a little bit of gaming, but like, you know, I like answering questions. I want this to be like a decently valuable stream. A little bit of coaching, a little bit of fun, a little bit of hanging out, a little bit of Zelda. So how do I pull my shield out? Alright. Fuck yeah. If you guys can take a shield as well when you go out to do your cold approaches, like imagine you just go outside like this, like you got your sword and your shield, maybe you're just in your little pants and you got your little body, like I'm pretty sure chicks and if you can go barefoot like this as well, chicks are just going to look at this and be like, all right, alpha male, like absolutely I'm giving him my phone number. Like literally, even if I'm married, I'm probably just dumping my phone number on this guy. Like I'm basically going to ask for his phone number as well. Someone's gonna, I said this before, someone's gonna take this out of context and be like, oh shit, I'm going out with a sword and a shield now. To cold approach.
That door will open only to those with sufficient power.
You dare question my power, son?
I did not intend to startle you. It was I that spoke to you earlier. That arm originally belonged to me. I am wrong.
This motherfucker's like half invisible. He's like transparent. Source of the right arm. Did we steal this guy's arm or what?
Appearing to you in this manner. Unfortunately, I no longer have a physical form. In any case, that arm should allow you to open this door. It seems to have lost the power.
Open the door, baby. Stop talking and open the damn door.
You might be able to restore it, but you would need to enter a place filled with sacred light. Of course. Why not visit the shrines on this island?
Let's do it, baby.
The shrines. Yes, I'm sure they are the key.
This guy has his, like, see his... Oh, he's gone now. I was going to say, he wears, like, the Australian hats that people have, where they have the corks hanging down from them to stop the flies from getting in your face. That's basically him. The closed door. Hell yeah, how about we get a little bit of food first? Oh, I just realized I have apples. Don't they restore your health? Oh, I am retarded. Oh my goodness. Can you eat that? Yeah, you can. Can you eat a cricket? No. Can you eat raw meat? You can eat it raw. Holy shit. My friend is going to love this. I'm literally going to take a screenshot and show my mate this. He would love that shit. So can I go in here? I wasn't listening to anything that he said. See how he's... Look at his hair. It's like he's got those corks that Australian guys have. Jackie Chen. How should I find wings in LA to pick up chicks? Okay, dude, like so many different ways that you can do it. Obviously, you can post on the forums, on our forums. I suspect there will be people in Los Angeles, like surely. You can also ask Scotty if he has any connections left, like if he knows anybody, if he has like a friend of a friend or someone that can sort of like hook you up. You can post on other forums. One in particular is called Skilled Seducer. I like those forums. They're pretty... The guys there, like maybe slightly... I don't know if this is the way I should be fucking dropping down, but whatever, YOLO. The guys on there are like slightly nerdier than our forums, but they're still like really solid dudes. Like they're not too pick-up artisty or any of that kind of stuff. So I would post on there. That's Skilled Seducer. You can also, and dude, this is probably how I would do it, honestly. I would go onto Bumble and go into like the friendship section, like Bumble BFF, where you make friends. And I would have like a copy-paste screening message that I'd say. Like I'd be like, yo, hey, I'm Jack. I just moved to Los Angeles. I'm into self-improvement. I'm actually looking for dudes that want to go out with me and like hit on chicks. I don't mind if you've never done it before. Like we can kind of learn together. I've done it a few times, so I kind of know what I'm doing. I can teach you if you need me to. But I really just want someone that's like willing to go out with me and do that shit. So don't just limit yourself to guys that know how to cold approach. Fuck right off. I'm trying to coach, dude. Come on. Don't just limit yourself to guys that know how to cold approach, just as long as they're willing to go out and cold approach with you. I've made quite a few friends like that they've never cold approached ever, but they're really, really, really willing to go out with me and try it. And some of them make like the best wings ever just because they're super excited and super passionate. And you guys know how it is. When you talk to your first couple of chicks, it can be really fun. You can also, Jack, I don't know how many friends you've made since, I know you only got there, you know, like a couple of months ago. I don't know how many friends you have, but you can just start asking them, like, do you guys want to go out and talk to women with me? You don't have to be good at it, but like, are you willing to even come out with me? Wait, what was that shit? Can I grab that? Mushrooms. How do you drop? I don't know how to drop off. But yeah, Jack, like, don't just limit yourself to people that know how to hit on women. You don't need a wingman so much as you just need a guy that's willing to go out and talk to girls. And I would almost change the language that you use rather than, like, you can call it wingman if you want to, but when you're talking to other people, rather than saying like, yo, do you want to be my wingman? Just say like, yo, do you want to come talk to women with me? Like, do you want to learn how to do that? Because people are more, like, you're just making it more normie friendly, you know what I mean? So you can get normies to come out with you and do it. If you just say we're talking to girls, like I've been friends with some guys, I can think of one in particular, who was just like the most normie guy ever. Oh shit. That's that fucking dragon shit in the air. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Can I throw my stick at it? Something tells me not. Hey! What's that thing? These cunts. Are these cunts back? So in the previous game, you had to find like 1,000 of these things. Holy crap, these things are back. Hell yeah. So yeah, Jack, I would phrase it in that like kind of normie way so that you can get normies. As I was going to say, I have a friend who was like, or who is like a complete freaking normie. And if I say like, yo, do you want to be my wingman and shit? He's like, what the fuck is that? But we've had a couple of conversations where he said like, and to be clear, I haven't gone out and approached with him because he, you know, he's got other shit that he's working on. He's building a business and stuff. But we've had conversations where I'm like, yo, dude, do you want to just go around talking to girls with me? And he's like, yeah, I think I could do that. I think I'd be willing to do that. So if you can phrase it more like that, you'll get more like normie people on board. This place is really freaking pretty and also really weird how it's floating. Flozo says, Jack, go on to Game Global, Google it, and there should be a way to find wings, especially in LA. Hey, Flozo, do you know if that's like, is that just mostly in LA or is that like all across the world? Because I've never heard of that. Is it decent? Are the dudes on there like actually willing to go out with you and stuff? Because some of these places you look for like wingman or people that are willing to talk to girls with you, and they all talk a big game. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna go out. I've been on a couple of places like that where they're like, yeah, I'll go out with you and talk to girls, and you're like, sweet, let's meet on Friday, and then they just fucking don't. So is that website decent is my question. Also, where am I supposed to be going? Probably this way. S. Palmer says, Andy, can you please give me weight loss tips? I wrote an article, which is a weight loss article. I would start with that. So just search my website for like weight loss, and I have like a full-on guide to like how I lost 77 pounds. I also did a video on keto on my channel, so you can just search for keto or maybe type in, I think I called it keto. Yeah, it was like keto diet how to. But the number one thing I can give you, man, is like, you don't need any secret to lose weight. It's just consume less calories than you burn. That's it. And every diet is just a way of doing that. So keto diet works because, and there are other benefits to keto, but keto diet works because you're just eating less calories than you're burning. Another one to do is like if it fits your macros, which is where you can basically eat anything. Like you can eat pizza and donuts and shit as long as it fits your calorie and your macro limit. Like you have to eat enough protein and shit like that. All these diets are just burning more calories than you're eating. And so another thing you can do is obviously burn more calories. So what I did when I lost weight is I just walked a lot, like a hell of a lot. I walked for like 10 hours. I was obsessive with that, and I had plenty of free time. I understand not everyone has 10 hours free to just do a shitload of walking, but walking definitely added a ton of calorie burning. And you can do little things like instead of taking the elevator or the lift, you can take the stairs. Instead of catching an Uber, you can just walk. You know, if it's like 20 minutes away, just walk. So you're just looking for little excuses to tip the scales, pun intended, more in your favor. If you can just burn slightly more calories, and I'd say more than anything, look at weight loss like a lifestyle thing. So rather than saying like, how do I lose weight for the next 3 months? It's like, no. How do I change my life and move things around so it's super easy and efficient and I can stick to this for the rest of my life? Like you obviously won't be losing weight for the rest of your life, but you don't want to just like pile the weight on. I see a lot of people that are losing weight that go really crazy with it, and that could be good. That's great. That's wonderful. But then as soon as they've lost the weight, they'll just slowly put it back on over the next couple of months, and then they got to lose weight again, and like kind of just back and forth. So find stuff that's easy for you to do, and I would say the best diet that you could ever have is the one that you'll stick to. Same with workouts. The best workout you can ever have is the one that's easy for you to stick to, and it's not what other people say is easy, it's what you find easy. So just try a few different diets, right? Probably start with keto if you want to, which is you just don't really eat carbs, and do some research on keto diet, but that's probably the easiest one. Otherwise, I really like if it fits your macros, where you have a certain amount of calories to eat every day, a certain amount of protein to eat every day, and as long as you fit within those, you can eat whatever the fuck else you want. So I've done if it fits your macros, and I've literally eaten like pizza and shit. Oh shit, what is this? Ultra hand. Grab and move objects, rotate them and stick them to other objects. Hell yeah, brother. But yeah, man, the best diet is, like, the best weight loss tips I can give you is just pick something that you can sustain, and you don't have to sustain it for the rest of your life. Like, you can try different diets, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you pick something that you can do for the next year, and then a year later you're like, oh, I want to try a different diet. Like, you're allowed to change, but pick the thing that's actually fun. A lot of people look at weight loss, and they look at the gym as well, but they look at weight loss as if it's hard or it's meant to be painful or suffering. It's like, fuck that. No, you won't keep it up if it's hard. So find ways that weight loss can be really, really, really fun, and then you'll actually stick to it. Flozo, I love that question. Let me finish answering, or let me finish reading what this guy's saying. Let me play around with this for 10 seconds. See what this shit is. Oh shit, do I have bombs? No, I don't, right? No, I don't. Wait, what is this? Is this a bomb? No. Yeah, Flozo, so your question, Andy, have you or will you write a book? I mean, you can say the Tinder Guide was a book. It's 130,000 words. If you look up average length of a novel, it's like 30,000 words. So I basically wrote, 4 and a little bit books in that. Like, so I know that doesn't count as a book. Will I write a book? Maybe. Like, I've written ebooks as well, and anyone in my coaching program will tell you, like, when you sign up, you get all the ebooks and shit that I've written. Cam has written like a little short ebook as well. So I've written like short books. Will I write a big book? Yeah, I could see myself doing that, honestly. It won't be like well, actually, I can't say what I'll do. I don't think it will be like an autobiography or something. I think it would be more like a, advice book. All right, how do I use this shit? Yeah, this is like in the previous game where you could just like grab shit. Oh, but it sticks. It doesn't fall. Is that going to stay there? What the fuck? Look at this physics. That should not. I got a weird superpower. I can make shit stick. Okay. So yeah, Flozo, I'll definitely write a book. Do you have a topic that you want me to write a book on? I'm not going to write a book anytime soon, I'll be honest. I have like a million other goals, but like, I'm genuinely curious. Is there a book that you guys would want me to write? Is there a topic you would want me to cover? So wait, can this just like stick there? No, how come it fell? Oh, I bet it has to like touch something. I bet it has to like, I have to like do it on the wall or some shit. How do I rotate? How the fuck do I rotate? Wait, hold I do not understand what the fuck I'm doing. I am spaghettiing everywhere. No, push that. Push that. Stick it against the wall. Come on. Stick. Is that going to stay? How do I get out of this? No. Why the fuck doesn't it stay? Ah! Yeah, Flozo, let me know if like what book topics while I try and fuck this up. Like, it's because I can't see the buttons on the screen. It tells me on the screen which buttons to push, but the window is so fucking small because I am trying to read your chat on the side. I bet you I got to stick both of these together. That's what I got to do, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Jack says, thank you, Andy. You're the only reason I download the YouTube mobile app so I can chat on the live stream. Nice. I don't have the YouTube mobile app. I use a different one called New Pipe. So how do I actually rotate this shit? It says like Vertical rotation. Oh, okay. Whoa, this is sick. Oh, this is fucking weird. This is so fucking cool. Look at this. This shit's like sick. How do I like stick it? How do I stick them together? Attach. Oh shit. I did it. Physics, ladies and gentlemen. How do I stick it? Shove it? This is so unbelievably fucking... I gotta get used to these controls. There we go, that's what I want. I think I can just do that. Yeah. Oh, look at that Zelda sound. YNKNO says, who is in the Kill You're in a Loser Hall of Fame besides Jack? Are you asking me? Are you seriously asking me to pick my favorite child? That's essentially what you're saying here. You're saying, who is your favorite coaching client? Like, you cannot ask me to pick my children. Now, every parent will tell you I can't pick a favorite child because I love them equally. That's a lie. Like, every single one of you who has siblings, you have to know you are either the favorite child or you're not. But your parents are lying to you when they say they don't have a favorite. They definitely have a favorite. I have favorite coaching clients, but I'm certainly not going to tell you guys. The coaching clients kind of know who they are because I tell them. But I do it in a way where they won't like... How do I fucking rotate this? Oh, you got to hold that. Okay. I certainly am not going to like... I don't tell them like... I tell them in a very subtle way. So you can't bait me into that. I'm not going to fucking tell you who my favorites are. What the shit is the point of all this stuff? Okay. So I'm supposed to stick that like that? What is the point? Flozo says, I found out about that website from Avery Hayden. Who's Avery Hayden? So he's done pickup content from Alex with Playing with Fire. Oh, he's done on Teacher's Pickup. Okay, cool. Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do some weird kinky thing here, aren't I? I'm supposed to like get this shit. Wait, how do I unstick? I'm supposed to like pull it. Oh, I get you. It breaks. Okay. I think I'm supposed to be making something weird. And I don't actually know what we're supposed to be doing. Are we supposed to be like making some sort of like platform that can go like this? This seems like awfully fucking complicated for like 2 seconds into the game, right? Okay, well we put that there. I think this is what it wants me to do. This is really fucking complicated when I don't understand the controls and like... We've literally just started. Fucking, how do I yank that off? I don't actually know how to like unstick this shit. It says like push the right thumbstick. I'm doing that. It won't like unstick though. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to... Oh, you gotta wriggle it. I get you. It just got stuck to the other one there. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. And how do I bring it in close to me? Move forward, back. There we go. This is like flying a helicopter, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. Like, I'm struggling to read your questions at the same time as doing all this. Maybe I look incompetent, but trust me, it's like asking me to push like fucking 10 different buttons at once. I'm sure I'll get the hang of it, but holy shit. This is like some fucking physics engineering shit. Look at this shit. This is not a Zelda game. This is like fucking physics. And so now what am I supposed to do? Can I do this while I'm on it? Surely not. No, it won't let me move it. So you can't move it when you're on it. I guess I put it under that. Fuck you. I can't get under there. Okay, go that way. Come back. Come back. And we're on. Now, how do I get on that thing? Jump! Jump! This is like insane, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck game are we playing? I thought this was Zelda. This is like some fucking engineering. Holy crap. This is nuts. I'm just a boy with no pants, and I'm doing all this engineering stuff. All right, so I'll keep reading your questions. YNKNO says, what does the AG stand for? Avery Jean. Who are you referring to? I have no idea who you're referring to. I'm half watching the screen before I read the next question. I think this will be easier when I'm at a point in the game where I'm like, I don't have to read the story, and we're just like going and killing enemies and shit. I have so much respect for like Twitch streamers and stuff that are able to play a game. I guess they're not giving advice and stuff like that. They're kind of just responding to the chat. But man, I have respect for people that can just do both. May the light of blessing grant you the strength you seek. Oh yeah, brother. We should be able to go in that room now, right? In that door that was locked. Flozo says, you should really do a collab vid with him. Ask Alex for the connection. Yeah, Alex is pretty good. I will say, like, Alex from Playing with Fire has been nothing but so unbelievably fucking nice to me. I reached out to him because he's done a few... Do you guys know a guy called... what's his name? He has blue hair and he's like relatively famous. He has like 600,000 subscribers. You might know who I'm talking about. Just Destiny. That's his name. He's had Destiny on his channel a bunch of times. And so I was like, yo, like I wouldn't mind talking to Destiny just because he's got a big platform. And Alex was like, yo, I can hook you up. Like I can't guarantee you Destiny will talk to you because you're so small, but I'll hook you up. Like Alex has been fucking nice to me since I met him. And I've done little bits and pieces for him. Like I helped him with his Tinder profile, with BDSM, with open relationship and stuff like that. But man, Alex has been so fucking good to me, you guys. Like you don't even know. Like I'm never going to have any bad word to say about Alex. He's just been really fucking nice. So, you know, I'll continue reading what you're saying. So reach out about this Avery Hayden guy. Yeah. I'll check his stuff out. I'm willing to do a collab with most people. The only types of collabs I'll never really do is if the person is like, if it's going to be like a debate, because I don't really like arguing, because I'm too much of a hippie, and I can see people's point of view. And so if someone's like, well, I think this, I'm going to be like, that's cool. Like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, no, you're wrong. I'm going to be like, yeah, that's cool. I love that you think that. Cool. Like, discussion over. So, other than debates, yeah, I love jumping in water. Other than debates, I'm happy to talk to or collab with pretty much anyone. It's more to the point, Flozo, and I mean, I guess I'm saying this to all of you. When you're a small creator, which I am at this point, you know, I only have like 3,500 subscribers. A lot of people just don't fucking reply to you. Even when you send like follow-up emails, even when you put in like an amazing pitch and you're like, yo, this would be the best episode ever. Like we can do this and this and this. What the fuck is this? Mushroom. They just don't reply. And fair enough. Like if someone reached out to me and they only had 100 subscribers, I'll be honest, I'm probably not getting them on my channel. Unless they're like really interesting and they put in a lot of effort and they have something interesting to say. You know, or I think, like I've had people who don't even have a YouTube channel. I've had them on my channel, but you kind of get the point that I'm making. When you only have like 3,000 and someone else has like 100,000 or 600,000, the majority of them don't reach out. Some people who are exceptions to that, Alex from Playing with Fire is obviously an exception. That's probably why I like him so much. Caleb Jones is an exception to that. Chris from Good Looking Loser is an exception to that, even though we haven't done our collab yet because he's busy again with his business. But there are exceptions to that. But yeah, this stuff gets easier as we grow the channel. Part of that is why I've got on board a video editor now. Come here, little bird. Ah, you little shit. You little fuckboy. Come here. Oh, fine, fuck off then. I've got a video editor which will free me up a lot more and should help grow the channel quite a bit because he does like really good edits. He's only just sort of started. We've only done like 3 at the moment, but just little bits and pieces like that. We plan on growing the channel a lot. Cam is also, or Radical as you guys know him, is also doing a lot more content for my channel, and we're doing, hell yeah, a frog. We're also doing like collaborations together. Like he comes on my channel and we talk. So the plan is to grow the channel more. I'm putting more effort into certain videos as well, which obviously helps. I might do more streaming like this. I don't know how useful you guys find this, but obviously the more streams I do, it forms more of a connection with you guys. Like, we get to build the community more, new people come in and all of that. So we're growing the channel, but yeah, I appreciate all of you. Like, a lot of you will often say, hey, why don't you do a collab with this person? And I'm running in the complete opposite direction to where I need to go. A lot of you will say, like, hey, do a collab with this person. I really appreciate when you guys always do that. I almost always reach out to the people that you mention. It's just that the vast majority of the time they don't reply. And like I said, fair enough. We only have 3,000. I've had quite a few people that say, like, what is your audience? And I'll say the number, and then they just, like, don't reply. John Anthony Lifestyle is, like, an example of that. I could list like 100 different people that I've reached out to that you guys have told me to reach out to. Ooh, toasty mushroom. Actually, that's fucking rude. Look in the game. Like, this guy's like, I roasted that, but I guess it's yours. Like, I feel legit bad now. That's fucked. Sweet, you can roast ingredients. You could do that in the previous game too. Do we want to roast anything? I want to kill this guy. Oh, sweet. Danger, look at that. It says danger. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, so anyway, back to the question or the conversation. I really appreciate you guys, like, giving suggestions of who to reach out to and shit like that. It's really cool. I really appreciate you guys. You guys do a lot for me. I'll make that really clear. Like, a hell of a lot. Like, such a huge amount. You really do. Even all the emails and stuff that I get from people. Like, anytime I've gone through stuff, like, definitely during the lockdowns and stuff. And when I was really, like, you know, I didn't take the lockdowns very well. I know a lot of you didn't either. I got so many, like, nice emails from people saying, like, hey, Andy, you know, just keep your chin up. Everything will be okay. You guys are really fucking nice. Like, I think we have a really nice community here. Flozo, you go on to say, you've approached 5 women so far, 3 today. Fuck yeah, my man. Fuck yeah, that's amazing. Good shit. The more you can make it into a habit, especially if you can get... Oh, do I have more of this shit to do? Especially if you can get to a point where you can do like 1 a day pretty easily. Yeah, man, it just makes this stuff easier. At the end of the day, all you're really doing is just saying hi to people. Like, that's literally all you're doing. I know that for a lot of us, it feels, you know, for me too, it feels like such a big deal when you first start. Because you're like, oh my God, I have to like hit on women. Like, it's so scary. What if they reject me? But if you can frame it in your mind of like, no, I'm just saying hi to women. Like, that's all I'm doing. I'm just saying hi to some girls. Like, you make this shit a lot easier on yourself. How do I pull the map up? What is the map button? Is that the map button? Yeah. Where am I supposed to go? How am I supposed to get power? Not that, right? Rip. Oh, that's where I died. Did I not do something that I was supposed to? I know none of us are like paying attention to this fucking game, hey? Like, so there's no point me saying like, did I miss something? It's like, bro, you've been talking over the whole thing, so I don't know if you missed anything. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I don't know if I fucking missed anything. I think, like I said, this would be so much easier when I'm not at the start of the game. And then I can just go on, like, quests and just, you know. Okay, visit the shrines on this island. Yeah, but you didn't tell me where the other shrines are. You useless bastard. So there's a shrine there. Do we just assume there's shrines, like, wherever it looks like there should be a shrine? Surely there should be a shrine over here somewhere. Fucking hell, this is a big island. That's got to have a shrine there, surely. Can I just look? Wait, how do I look again? I'll get to your questions in a second, guys. Like, you just got to figure out where we're going next. Also, do you guys find it frustrating, like, watching someone else play? Like, every time I've ever watched someone else play, I find... Oh, there we go. That's where we want to go. Can I just, like... Wait, let me use this thing. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's where we're going. Do Do you guys find it frustrating watching someone else play? I've always found that annoying. Like if they die or some shit, or they like where they should go, but they don't know because they're busy talking, or they just don't see something that you see. I've always found that like it's like a weird part of me that I don't get massively annoyed, but I'm just like, no, go that way, because I wish I could talk to them. I guess the difference is you guys can talk to me. So if you see me doing something dumb or I miss something or whatever, you can talk to me. Flozo, you go on to say Avery does not do debates at all. You don't have to worry about that. Like, I'm not worried. I've done debates with people. They're just not very interesting for the audience. That's my point. Because I just don't have anything to argue about. You know what I mean? Like, the person will say their thing and they'll be super fucking passionate and they'll be like, this is why I'm correct. And I'll be like, yeah, maybe you're correct. I can see how you think that. Like, it's just, there's no fucking debate there, you know what I mean? And that's not particularly interesting for the audience. That's kind of what, like, I haven't reached out to Destiny yet, but Alex, how do I get that? I'm not going to be able to get that, am I? I can't jump. Oh, I bet I need to pick something up. I bet I need an axe or something, and I can, like, chop a fucking tree and then lay it down and then climb on top of it, but I don't know if we can get that yet. So Alex said, like, yeah, dude, I'll put you in touch with Destiny, but just know that most of what he does now is debates, and so I don't know if that's, because I've told Alex that I'm not super into debates. So, yeah, it's not that I wouldn't do a debate, I can't get myself to care about shit I don't care about, like, and that sounds like such a common sense thing. We can't care about something we don't care about. I just don't care about proving someone wrong, you know what I mean? Because I've been wrong so many hundreds of millions of times in my life. Oh, mate, come on. What is this shit? Look at this. I've been wrong so many hundreds of times in my life that I'm not going to sit there and say that I'm correct about, like, you know, whatever the thing that we're arguing is. Plus, everybody just has a different rulebook, you know what I mean? Like, people have opinions. And I understand that's the point of a debate. It's like two people sharing an opinion. I guess I just can't get myself passionate about it, you know what I mean? So I don't get any thrill out of proving someone wrong. I think in some debates when people get really, really, really crazy passionate, you know, like when you see people who are on the left versus people who are on the right, or like liberals versus conservatives, it's like both of them are so firm in their viewpoint that neither of them are going to give an inch. And so what is the point of the debate? And most of the people who are listening aren't really going to give an inch. And I understand there's people on the fence and those are the ones that you're having the debate for, but I don't know. I feel like that's just, I'd rather come together with people and be on their team. And so anytime I ever get into a, quote, debate with someone, it's more me just trying to find common ground with them. And that can be interesting content, but not if the point was to have a debate. I'm just not going to have a fucking debate. So, yeah. All right, I'll go on to read what you said. Flozo, well, those guys aren't responding to you since it's like cold approach. If you have a middleman that's more social circles, more receptive. Yeah, dude, that's why I like Alex from Playing with Fire has been really useful. I'm definitely going to do more collabs. I've got one coming up with Caleb Jones again, who is like one of my mentors, along with like Good Looking Loser and Mark Manson. Like, I have so much time for Caleb Jones. So we're going to do a podcast at some point. What is this? Arrow, hell yeah. I will reach out more to people, and like, you know, Playing with Fire can help with that. And one thing you can do for any of you content creators, and I haven't done a ton of collabs, like, I'll be honest, but if you get a collab with someone and, you know, it's decent, then when you reach out to other people, you can just send them the link to that video. You can be like, look, here's a previous, you know, collab I did with Alex from Playing with Fire. And they can watch that and go, okay, this guy knows how to have like a decent collaboration. Also, where did that thing go? So you can kind of use, it's almost like you've got like a little resume. Oh, this is like in the previous game. You had to go and get these like flowers. And then eventually it turns into one of those little seed boys. Give me the seed. Yeah. But yeah, Flozo, like, to be honest, I haven't put a ton of efforts into collabs. And yes, they would absolutely help my channel, but I've focused the vast majority of my time and effort on coaching. And so when your calendar, like my calendar has been very full in the past, less so now because I'm not really doing the one-on-one coaching calls anymore. And those were taking the vast majority of my time and effort. And so I just didn't have like the mental energy or the time to be doing a lot of collabs. But now that I have a lot more free time, I've freed up my calendar. I'm basically only doing coaching calls 2 days a week now, which is really nice. I have Mondays off with Imogen. We do our like, weekly check-in and all of that. But that means that I have 4 days where I can just do collabs with people or do content or do podcasts. So definitely something I'm going to do more of. If there's anyone you guys want me to reach out to, like anyone you think, Flozo, I know you just gave me a name and I'll write that down. But if there's anyone else you guys want me to reach out to and collab with, like, you can always just like email me or leave it as a comment or, just either one of those things. WG says, hey mate, how's the new Zelda game so far? Sick as hell, but honestly, like, as anyone in chat will tell you, like, we haven't really been concentrating on the game. Been concentrating more on answering questions, but it seems fucking cool. The memory is coming back to me of how to play and all the controls and stuff. Slightly more complicated with the thing where you can like pick stuff up. This thing, you can like pick this shit up and then you can like stick it on other stuff. Look, how fucking cool is that? Now I have like a weird fucking pair of balls. We just need like a penis. What can we use as a penis? Nothing. But yeah, other than that shit, like, this seems pretty fucking cool so far. Stick that out there and then drop. How do I drop? Bam. Damn it, I missed. I was trying to kill that fucking guy. Okay, that's not gonna work. WG, so how's the Zelda game so far? Good. Quick question. You know how to deal with rumination. Wait, who's throwing shit at me? Did I just see something get thrown at me? Or did I trip balls? I actually don't know if I'm tripping balls or what's going on. How do I deal with rumination? Well, what are you ruminating on? Mine lately, it's been a little out of control. It sends me to a lot of different low-level emotions daily. I would give yourself permission to suck with rumination. I know that might sound like a weird thing to say, but it's like, you're just a guy that ruminates right now. Don't compound the problem. Like, don't make it worse by saying, I shouldn't be ruminating. It's like, bro, just be a guy that ruminates and aim to do it a little bit less over time. In other words, give yourself permission to suck. Take some pressure off yourself. Yes, I understand you eventually want to like not ruminate, but the way that you get there is by just saying, okay, right now I ruminate a little bit or a lot. How can I ruminate slightly less? Rather than saying, I need to stop rumination entirely. So just be a guy who's imperfect, who ruminates a lot, and you just aim to ruminate 1% less. Ways that you can actually do that, you can, and I love this method. This method is funny to me. You put out like an elastic band around your hand or around your wrist and just have that on you at all times. And anytime you find yourself ruminating, just pull on it and let it go and flick. And it kind of like gives you a little sting. It doesn't hurt, but it's a nice little way of like slapping you out of the rumination. It's similar to something called grounding, and you can do grounding if you want to. So Google grounding, and you can do that through deep breathing. But grounding basically brings you back to reality. When you're ruminating, you are living in your head, right? Like that's literally what rumination is. I'm stuck in my head. And so anything you can do to bring yourself back to the external, like the present moment, helps you with that. So Google grounding and look up some tips. On top of that, what you can do is anytime you find yourself ruminating, look around the room that you're in and come up with 15 things that you're grateful for. So like I'm in the room that I'm in right now, I could say I'm grateful for this microphone for being really high quality and amazing. I'm grateful for this live stream. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for my, nice little fucking drink, little iced coffee, decaf iced coffee. I'm grateful for my mouse, which is really amazing. I'm grateful for the laptop, which has allowed me to do all the work and stuff. And you're basically pulling yourself back into the present moment and not living so much in your head. You can be grateful for other people as well, but just do some of these exercises when you catch yourself ruminating, and just don't beat yourself up for ruminating. You know what I mean? Like, I ruminated so much when I wasn't happy with where I was, and I would overthink every mistake that I made, and I would beat myself up. That shit gets easier the further along you get with your self-improvement. Like if you're a man who's achieved a ton of amazing things in your life, like things that you find amazing, you don't sit there and like beat yourself up as much, because you're like, I've done all this cool shit. Like there's nothing to ruminate about. Like I've done a good job. I don't need to put this pressure on myself. Also, did I just like go back to the exact place we were? Am I fucking retarded? I am. Guys, how did I come full circle? This is what happens when you're trying to answer full fucking questions. But yeah, like WG, dude, it's fine if you sit there ruminating. It's a very human thing. I used to ruminate like crazy. I promise it gets easier the more you achieve goals. This is part of the reason why I push you guys with self-improvement, because almost every problem that you will have, or every concern that you will have, gets easier with self-improvement. Like, it really is the answer to almost every single question. Improve yourself, be proud of your achievements, make progress, and then you just have less to ruminate on. If anything, the rumination turns into, like, gratitude and not fantasizing, but you sitting there just, like, thinking about how grateful you are for your life. And fantasizing is not the right word, but sitting there just thinking like, man, my life is beautiful. Like, look at all the cool stuff that I've like almost daydreaming, but in a productive way. You're daydreaming about how amazing the victories are that you just had. You're grateful to the people that helped you get there. You're really, really, really happy that you get to live in a world where you can just do anything you want as long as you're willing to put in the work for it and put in the effort. So I promise that shit gets easier the more you improve, but just keep pushing forwards and understand that lots of people ruminate, dude. Like, that's very normal. Seven Figure Brian says, I love how JAL, John Anthony Lifestyle, right? Has outed almost everybody except like 3 people, and your audience is too small for him. How ironic. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything bad about someone, but he definitely has, his content is not the direction that I like to go in. I'll just phrase it like that. I tend to avoid like drama channels, you know, where someone's just like, every video is like, you know, this person exposed, why this person is a beta male, why this person deserves to fucking have no audience. And, you know, the last time I checked, a lot of John Anthony Lifestyle's channel was like that. And again, no, hey, he can do whatever content he wants. It's just not really the kind of like content that I, you know, enjoy. So when he didn't want to collab with me, there was almost a sense of relief. Like, I was like, okay, that's like not, you know, again, nothing against him. I don't know the guy, so I'm not going to say anything bad about him. And even if I did, I would never say anything bad about anyone anyway. I'd just say like, that's not my style. Like, that's the worst that you guys are ever really going to hear me say about someone. This is where we were before. So we've come full circle now, and we got to get up there somehow. I guess let's look at the fucking map. I probably got to run around there, don't I? So I probably need to go like there. Can I put a thing there? Will that show up on my map? Yeah, it will. Yeah, so I got nothing against like John Anthony Lifestyle or anyone else, but it's just not really the direction of the channel. What I want for like when you guys come to my channel is I want you to be able to watch any video that I ever publish, and for there to be basically no exceptions to this. You will feel better after you watch it. Like, you know, I'm not saying every video is going to change your life. Like, this live stream right now might not be changing your life. We're just fucking playing some Zelda. Wait, aren't I going to die if I'm in the cold? Doesn't he get cold? And I bet you I shouldn't be going this way. But as the children say, YOLO. I feel like we're going to die if we go here. Yeah, I am, aren't I? Look, I'm going to fucking die. Alright, I don't think we go this way. I mean, do I have enough apples? We can do this. I got tons of fucking food. This isn't nice. We are, like, torturing this poor boy. But we can go this way. I feel like we're going to die. I feel like we're absolutely going to die. Oh, I bet you got to eat those spicy pepper things, don't you? Yeah, cook it with dishes that will raise your body. What if I eat it now? Does it, like, warm me up? I don't fucking know how this works. I can't remember from the previous game. This guy's trying to kill me. Go the hell away, bro. What is this? Quick, quick, quick. Run, 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 run. This guy's going to kill me. Arrows. We don't need arrows. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It is really hard to concentrate on a game while answering questions. Oh, shit. Run, 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 run. I love how you can just pause and, like, eat food when there's, like, people behind you and they don't even attack you. I feel like we don't go this way. I feel like I need to, like, get some food before we go this way. We need to get some warm food. We need to get the fuck out of here. This is not where Link wants to go. Link's having a bad time here. Andy's having a bad time. Stop chasing me. Come on. You guys, I've not consented to this. Guys, I've talked about consent a lot on my channel. Very important. You don't push girls to do something they don't want to do. And these guys are pushing me to do something I can't fucking jump down there. Run, 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 run. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. Anyway, we might finish up in like maybe 15 minutes, guys. That would have been like 2 hours by now. I see there's like less people here. People are starting to drop off and the questions have stopped coming in. I'll finish all the questions and shit like that. I can probably concentrate a lot more on this at some other point too. Not that I think I'm going to play a lot more today. I think 2 hours might be enough today. Do some podcasts and shit like that. But yeah, Seven Figure Brian, you say you tend to roll your eyes at that disempowering stuff. Yeah, like, I understand why people do it. Like, it's a very emotionally explosive if you can do drama, or if you can say, like, why this guy's a beta male faggot. Like, Rollo Tomasi is a good example of what I'm talking about. And again, nothing against Rollo Tomasi. If any of you don't know, he's like a red pill guy. Can I grab those fireflies? Maybe I got to sneak up on him. Because he wrote a lot of articles and stuff that actually did help me when I was early on in the red pill shit. But, like, there's a lot on his channel that's kind of just... I don't know if negative is the right word, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like, it's not there to make you feel great. Let's see if we can go up there. That isn't the way that I went before, is it? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's go that way. And yeah, I think there's just enough of that on the internet. It's why I don't watch the news. It's why I don't watch television. It's why I've done videos on that, and I've said, like, you know, if you want to, turn off the news, because it just wants you to feel shit. I don't watch horror movies for the same reason. Nothing against anyone who likes horror movies. I've found that I don't feel good when I watch them. I don't like to watch movies that are, like, overly sad as well for the same reason. So I figure, like, you know, YOLO, you only live once. Like, I'd like to do stuff that makes me feel good. I spent enough of my teen years and 20s, like, feeling shit and, like, actively seeking that stuff out and trying to watch stuff that hurt me or wanted me to be sad and indulging in drama. And again, I got no hate for anyone that wants that shit. It's just, life's short and I want to spend it on the shit that I want to spend it on. Flozo says, I've heard of many successful people doing visualization for their future self to actualize their success. Yeah, that can be super helpful. Yeah. I did a video called Fantasize About Your Goals to make you believe they're possible. And, like, literally sit there and fantasize about your goal. Give me this frog. Give me this frog. Oh, that sucks. So how the hell do I get up there? There must be some superpower I need to get up there. Because I saw in the trailers and shit, you can do some, like, superpower that makes you, like, basically fly through the ground. Although, can I go up there? And I feel like that's what we're going to have to do. So I'll probably do that on my own. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, that island's, like, floating. Half of this shit's floating. Okay, well, we can go that way, surely, right? Is that the one we went in before? Did I just, like, tag the one we went in before? I did. Fucking hell, you guys. This shit's wild. Like, where have we not been? Maybe there. Have we been there? I don't know if we've been there. Let's go there. Alright, Flozo, you said, have you heard of maladaptive daydreaming? Do you just mean, like, overly fantasizing to the point where, like, you're not taking action? Like, we just call that circle jerking in this community. You know what I mean? Where you, like, sit there forever going, like, one day my life will be perfect and I'll be happy. And it's like, what steps have you taken to make that happen? None, but I'm just sitting there, like, daydreaming about it. And it's like, well, it's probably not going to happen if you don't take the necessary steps, is it? And that's like saying, I can't wait to be a famous painter. Okay, which paintings have you made? None. Just hopefully one day I become famous as a painter. And it's like, bro, like, you have to actually do the fucking paintings, man. So yes, I've heard of it, if that's what that refers to. You definitely suffer from it. You'll daydream about self-improvement where you believe you're accomplishing things, but that's in your fantasy world. In the real world, you haven't done any work. Yeah, so what I would do is anytime you catch yourself fantasizing or daydreaming, just say for every, like, 1 hour of daydreaming, I have to take 1 hour of action. Just make it like a nice 1-to-1 ratio. If you can't do that right now, just say, wait, I'm not going to be able to get up that one either. I can't get up any of these fucking things. These motherfuckers are floating in the sky. Alright, okay. How about we just go where I know that we can go? I'm just going to go this way and we'll see what's over there. We'll just go that way. If you can't do, like, 1-to-1 ratio, at least just do a little bit. So for, like, every 2 hours that you fantasize, just take 5 minutes worth of action. Do you know what I mean? Like, that would literally be better than where you are right now. So just aim to slowly improve it. But yeah, I used to fantasize all the time when I was, like, super depressed. I would sit there and just fantasize about, like, wow, imagine if one day my life didn't fucking suck and I was taking, like, no action to make that happen. Let's kill these motherfuckers, because why not? Oh, come on. I thought I dodged that. I want his little spear thing. Give me that spear. That looks sick. Yeah. Give me the spear. Is that the spear? Long stick. Hell yeah, look at this. Sick. Sick as fuck. Yeah. Seven-figure Brian, you say divisive. Yeah, some people are very divisive. And fair enough, that's like what works for them. It's just not really my like gig, you know what I mean? Like, and I think it's just because, like I said, I spent the vast majority of my like teen years like super fucking depressed and shit in my 20s. And so like my mission is to like not encourage that in the world and not add more of that shit. I'm not always perfect, obviously. But my mission is to leave the world a little better than I found it. And I'm not convinced that if you only focus on doing drama content or negative content or like calling people out content, like, I don't know. I just, in my mind, I don't see that improving the world. And other people just don't care about. And that's my view of what would improve the world. You know what I mean? Someone else might be like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, I do this drama content so that I can get more people so then I can help them, or so I can donate to charity, or, you know, come on, man, like, you're taking it too seriously. It's just having a bit of fun on YouTube. Like, fair enough. Like, I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just not really what I want to do. That bird is going to fucking attack me again, isn't it? Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh! Wait, how did that not die? That was like the most elite level throw of all time. That was like some gamer shit. Radical says visualization with actual physical visuals, like pictures, is a good thing. Yeah. So like having a picture of like the body that you want to have, like, you know, if you got Arnold Schwarzenegger up on your wall or something, obviously don't compare yourself to those people. That's one thing. Like, my bodybuilding coach actually told me not to use pictures for visualization because, and he knows me very well, he's like, you just compare yourself to those bodies and you don't feel good enough when you do that. And I was like, yeah, man, you're 100% right. So he's like, so maybe just don't do that. So for some people it can be amazing, but just try it out and see if it works for you. And if it doesn't, is this yet another island that I can't get to? This shit's wild. Like, can I just not go anywhere? When I can concentrate more, this will probably be easier. I'll see where to go. But, like, this doesn't want me to go fucking anywhere, does it? Holy shit. Yeah, Radical. I definitely found it useful to have pictures of the girls that I wanted. And I'll be honest, like, I don't do it anymore because I'm sort of off porn. But I used to just look at porn all the time. And I had like a folder of like nude chicks that I just like got really turned on by. And that was like my motivation. I would look at that shit and I didn't jerk off or something because that would make that like decreases your motivation. But I would look at porn of like ridiculously hot chicks and, you know, God, at the start it wasn't even hot chicks. I just wanted like average women. And I would look at these pictures of these average women, or these like, they weren't average, they were cute. And then I would use that to get like charged up before I would go out. So that can be really useful. But again, with all of this stuff, just look at how it, like, if it's serving you, look at if it works. Because like we said, sometimes visualization just makes you feel shitter. Or Flozo, in your case, you might say, fuck man, maybe I don't want to sit there and visualize because I just find I'm wasting too much time. Okay, then don't do it. Just go out and take action. And so I wouldn't sit there, Flozo, and say, man, how do I stop visualizing? How do I stop ruminating? You know, the other guy, WG, you said, how do I stop ruminating? I wouldn't focus so much on not ruminating. Like, ruminate as much as you want. I would focus on taking action. Like, rather than saying, oh, I have to stop losing, it's like, no. Start doing the things that will make you win. Focus on the actions that you want to take. And don't stress so much about not taking the actions that you don't want to take. A lot of the time, that almost takes care of itself. Like, you stop doing the action that you don't want to do because you're so busy talking to women. Like, be so busy and so productive that you don't even care if you ruminate or if you sit there fantasizing because you've talked to 5 girls today. What do you give a shit? And so, Flozo, I could say the same to you, brother. You know, you're saying, man, I sit there and fantasize too much. And it's like, yeah, dude. And you also talked to 3 women today. You hit on 3 girls, bro. Like, cut yourself some slack. Yes, I understand you want to ruminate less. Sorry, not ruminate. You want to visualize less. You want to be more productive. But fuck, man. Like, all I care about is, did you take the action that you wanted to take? And today it sounds like you did. So be the man who takes action. And then if you happen to sit there and visualize a lot, cool, great. I can give you examples in my own life of so many fucking things where I could sit there and say, wait, is that the temple that we keep going back to? It is, isn't it? I could sit there and say, like, man, there are so many things I do in my life that are just like a waste of time. Like, I watch so much YouTube every day, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, but who gives a fuck? Okay, so we definitely can't get up there. It's like, who gives a fuck? Because I also did 5 podcasts today, or I had 2 coaching clients sign up today, or I had an amazing coaching call where I just gave as much value as I possibly could. What do I give a shit if I watched YouTube for 2 hours? Like, would I have been more productive without the YouTube? Maybe. But, like, I'm so busy winning, I don't give a fuck if there was, like, an extra 2 hours where I could have won some more. It's like, who gives a shit? I'm really happy with what I did, so focus on what you want to do and winning. Glasper says, do you have any advice on how to know if you want to have kids or not? Yeah, I got lots of advice on this. So, also, how am I going to fucking... I know we said this before, but there's, like, nothing I can do to get up there, is there? I need, like, a tree or something. I don't think we have anything like that. So to answer your question, I would spend time with some kids, dude. Like, maybe don't go to your local playground and be like, hey kids, like, come play with Uncle Glasper. Like, ask the parents first. But if you have any family members or any friends or anyone that's had kids, see if you can just, like, hold the baby or spend time with the baby. You can ask them, like, what's it like having kids? You can do some research. What's it like having kids? But it might be one of the questions where when it comes time to it, you'll kind of figure out the answer. Do you get what I mean? Like, if you're at the point right now where you think, I don't know if I want kids, don't put the pressure on yourself to know, man. Like, why do you have to know? I'm kind of lucky that I did know early on that I didn't want kids, and I'll always be super grateful for that. But, like, if you don't know, you can just kind of figure it out. Like, take a little bit of pressure off. It's something that you'll figure out. You know, you're going to say, I'm honestly still stumped as to whether or not it's something I would want. Yeah, but like, how can you know what you would want in the future? Like, you don't know who you will be in the future, do you? That's the point. That's why you're saying you don't know. And so just wait and see who you'll become in the future. Obviously, there will be some women that won't date you if you don't want kids or if you're uncertain. That's cool. But just find the girls who are happy to wait or who don't know if they want kids either, and you guys can figure it out together. And whichever decision you make will be the correct one. That's the same. I'll give the same advice to any of you. When you're trying to make a decision and Jesus fucking Christ, I'm doing nothing in the game, aren't I? I'm just like running in fucking circles. Whatever. We said this was going to be a fucking coaching call more than anything. I guess I can just look at the flat ground, can't I? You can kind of get a feel for what's floating. That's a floating island. Can I just keep going this direction? Yeah, I think I need something warm so I can get over there. I think this is the only way I can go. But yeah, what I was going to say is anytime you're trying to make a decision and you really can't pick between either decision, it's going to sound like a weird thing to say, but it almost means that the decision doesn't matter. Because if the decision really fucking mattered, you'd be very firm about which decision to make, wouldn't it? Like if I said to you, hey, decide between me cutting your arm off or leaving your arm as it is. It's like, bro, you can make that decision in half a second. You're not unsure about that decision. And so if you are unsure about a decision, it probably means you'd be okay with either decision. And so then what you do is you say, it almost doesn't matter which one I pick. And with something like kids, sure, you can sit there and brainstorm and figure out if you want to do it. Like you can put, it's not like you have to make the decision right now, but whichever, you tell yourself, whichever decision I make, I will go all in with that decision. In other words, whichever decision I make, I will make it the right decision, right? If you say I'm going to decide to have kids, I will be the best fucking father I could ever be. I will read 10 million books on fatherhood. I will just pour my heart and soul into self-improvement when it comes to being a father. I will do everything I possibly can to make this the best decision. If you do the opposite and say, you know what, I think I won't have kids, pour your heart and soul into making that the correct decision. So, you know, I think all of us as men, or most of us as men, have an urge to like mentor, which is really what fatherhood is. So I'm going to scratch that itch in a different way. For me, that's why I coach. That's why I try and leave girls better than I found them. It's why I try and add value to everyone's life. That's me scratching the fatherhood itch. That's me scratching that paternal side of myself. And so if you decide not to have kids, just go all in with that shit. be a really good mentor to people. You can mentor young boys if you want to. That's basically the same shit. Pour your heart and soul into self-improvement so that you have a mission in your life. Help other people, because that's another thing that fatherhood is. Fatherhood is you raising somebody else and helping them. Just do that in different ways. Help other people in different ways. So whatever decision you make, man, just go all in. You went on to say, you know, I'm worried about the whole biological clock thing. Yeah, but, and I don't know how old you are, but as a man, it's like, bro, you can be having kids when you're 50, and you probably don't want to. Like, maybe that's a little bit late because you might not have super huge amounts of energy to run after your kids and shit. But, like, you can definitely have kids when you're 50, bro. Like, try and have them younger, sure. But you don't have the biological clock the same way that women do. And if you're a female, by the way, I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. If you're a female, then, yeah, the conversation is a little different then. Yeah, I would put more of a priority on it. If you're, you know, you said you're 29. If you're a 29-year-old female, yeah, I would probably put a priority on that. I'm not going to tell a 29-year-old female, like, don't worry, you have time. It's like, no. Like, figure that shit out now. Okay, I think this does want me to go in the cold because it's given me a heating thing here. So I'm supposed to make that shit. Fuck it, let's go to sleep. I'm supposed to make that shit that'll let me be okay in the cold, but yeah, Glasper, whatever decision you make. Yeah, if you're a guy, dude, like, you got time, man. Like, you got time. Flozo says, like, Andy got a vasectomy when he was in his 20s. Yeah, when I was, like, 28. I'm sure he can say something about this. Yeah, I don't think Glasper's, like, asking about vasectomy, though. I just never wanted kids, and I knew that from a young age. Like I said, I'm really grateful that I knew that. So how do I make this shit? What do we want to make? Let's make a weird, fucked up, like, peppers and a cricket and an apple or mushrooms. Dubious food. Fuck, well, that's not what we want. Wait, do you have recipes? How do I have recipes? Dubious food, we don't want that. Oh, that's sick. Okay, so you have to, like, get the recipe. No, I don't want that. How do I unselect shit? No. Okay. No. Can I just cook this shit? No, don't fucking eat it. God damn it, I'm spaghettiing everywhere. Can I just cook one pepper? And will that give me the, like... Hell yeah. Okay, so I get cold resistance. Okay, that will mean I can go up that cold shit. I just need to make a bunch of these. Cool. We are gaming, ladies and gentlemen. We are making progress. Yeah, back on the topic. I'm very grateful that I knew from probably when I was like 14. I remember we were in high school and people were having conversations about marriage and kids and shit. Oh shit, I just put my stick on fire. I forgot you can do that. How fucking dope is that? And I knew, like, right then, I was like, I don't want kids. Like, and I remember people saying, like, but how can you know that? And I was just like, no, I don't want kids. And that's never changed. And I don't think it ever will change. And I'm very grateful for that. So if you're someone that doesn't know, just sort of take some of the pressure off, man. Like, you'll figure this shit out. I would focus on yourself right now. I would focus on self-improvement and becoming the best version of yourself that you can be, because that will help take your mind off the immediate things. Like, right now, if you're not happy with your sex life, I would fix that, because then you're not going to worry about your sex life. Or if you're not happy with your money, then fucking work on that and improve that. So then you don't have that to think about, and then you can have a bit of space and mental clarity to say, okay, do I want to be a father? Like, do I actually want to do this thing? Is this important to me? You just have a bit more headspace. It's not like you're going to do anything else with your time right now anyway. Like, if you're really not sure, I don't know that you sitting there for the next year trying to figure out the answer. I mean, maybe it is, but I would recommend you use that time to just self-improve. And yeah, you said, I don't think I'm up for a vasectomy. I've always been the sort to keep my options open, that's all. Yeah, and fair enough. Don't get a vasectomy if you don't want to. Like, I'll make that clear to everybody. Remember that vasectomies can be reversed, though. But I certainly would never recommend someone get a vasectomy. Like, if they don't want to. I wouldn't recommend anyone get a tattoo as well if they don't want to. Where's my shit? Is it in a different area? Okay. Nice. Okay, so I do that, and then I should have cold... Nice. Cold resistance. 2 minutes 30. Let's go, baby. Okay, well, I guess I gotta fucking hustle, don't I? Which way am I supposed to be going? I guess I'm just meant to climb this shit. I don't feel like I can claim that. That feels like that's too icy. Is this going to, like, let me claim? Surely not. Yeah, see? I knew it. I think they had that in the previous game. If it was wet, you couldn't climb shit. Like, if it was raining, you'd just slip like fucking hell. Radical says, in general, negative and critical content isn't hugely conducive to self-improvement. Yeah, I know, right? Like, because it just reinforces that, like, victim mindset. And part of what we, and when I say we, I mean, like, me and Cam are trying to teach you... Part of... Fuck. Part of what we are trying to... Oh, I can't pick that up. Part of what we're trying to teach you is, like, to empower yourselves and to, like, not let the external world or the external events have control over you. And I think you give up a certain amount of your power if you sit there and focus on, like, drama. If you sit there and focus on, like, this person is bad because this, or this person is stupid or wrong because of this. I think that's you just sort of, like, taking away the power from yourself. So, yeah, it kind of is, you're right, man, it kind of isn't conducive to self-improvement, at least, like, the way we teach it. Now, how the fuck do I climb up this thing? Where the fuck am I supposed to go? This shit is, like, so fucking open world compared to... I mean, the previous game was already pretty open world. And obviously, I think this would be a lot easier if I wasn't talking at the same time. I would probably be concentrating, but... Holy shit, this just feels like... It is not holding your hand. It's like, good luck knowing where to go, bitch. I hope you go the right way. Is this the way we went? Is this going up the hill? Radical, you say, it's more entertainment. No, that's the way I went, isn't it? Yeah, like that negative and that drama kind of content is... I understand it's just there for entertainment. And so, like, I understand the purpose of it. I just... I can't do that shit, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I spent so much of my life indulging in drama and pain and suffering and bullshit, and I can't really keep doing that. I certainly can't put it out there in the world. Peppers. Good, that's what we need, because I am wasting my current peppers. Did I miss any of your questions? Seven Figure Brian. Got my whole fam coming to visit tomorrow, so I'm going to exit the stream and go fantasize about my life when I meet my goals and get some shut-eye. Thanks for the stream, Andy and Emmy. Yeah, good shit, Brian. Brian's someone that, like, takes a fair bit of action. I did a coaching call with him, like, just a $200 coaching call, and he wants to sign up for, like, the proper coaching program. He's a good dude. He's been on the channel for a while. Seems like he takes quite a bit of action. He's currently working on... I don't think he'll mind me saying this. He's currently working on, like, moving out. He's, like, renting with a couple of other dudes. And he wants to have, like, his own place. What is this shit? What the fuck is this? He wants to have his own place. I think that's a lot of dudes want to move out into their own place. Or some people that live at home and shit and they want to move out. So he's working on that shit. He's building a business and shit at the same time. Then he's going to move out and, like, work on goals and getting laid and shit. So YNKNO, why did I not want kids? Was that said anywhere? It's not glamorous, bro, like, but I don't really have an answer. I just never wanted to. Like, it's, the way I phrase it is like this. If you didn't like a particular, like, flavor of ice cream, let's say you didn't like vanilla ice cream. If I then say to you, why don't you like vanilla ice cream? You might not have an answer for me. You're just like, I don't know. I just don't like vanilla ice cream. Like, and then I'm like, but why? Lots of other people like vanilla ice cream. And you're just like, I know, but like, and I don't have anything against vanilla ice cream. I just don't want vanilla ice cream. I don't hate it. I don't want it. And I can't tell you where that comes from. So what is this shit? Energy cell. Fuck yeah. Oh, these are the things I've been picking up. Yeah, so I don't have a glamorous answer, man. Like, and it is something that people ask me from time to time, right? Where they're like, Andy, like, how do I know if I want kids? What am I supposed to do with these boxes? Am I supposed to, like, break these open? Something tells me no. Yeah, like, people ask me, how do I know if I want kids? And I'm like, You can do the things I said, like you can hold kids and see if you like them. You can spend more time with them. You can think about your principles and your values and the mark you want to leave on the world and whether or not you want kids to be part of that, or like the freedom that you're giving up by doing that. Like you can think through all the pros and cons. You can ask family if they're happy they had kids. I asked my mother that. That was part of me deciding to have a vasectomy. I just asked her, like, are you glad you have kids? Like, how did you know you wanted kids? All of those kind of questions. And she was like, yeah, I am so glad I have kids. It was like the best decision I ever made. So what am I supposed... How do I power this fucking thing? Because it's clearly... Am I supposed to use this shit? Amiibo, no, not that. No, that doesn't do anything. I don't know how I'm fucking supposed to power this shit. Yeah, but how do I activate this? Oh, I bet you I have to put the fucking energy cell on it. I get ya. I bet you I just shove an energy cell on it. Whoops, wrong one. No! Get out. That. Do I just use that? No, it won't let me use that. What is this? Zonai charge. Oh, that charges my battery. Okay. But then how do I actually use my goddamn battery? There is something that I'm missing. So, yeah, dude, not a glamorous answer, but I just don't know why I don't want kids. I just never really did. It just never really... I think if I can give you a deeper answer, maybe it would be something like this. I'm someone that cares very deeply about freedoms, which is why I struggled so much with like lockdowns and shit like that. And not that kids like ruin your life or some shit, but I'm acutely aware of the fact that having kids means you are giving up a lot of freedoms. And for a lot of people, they're like, yeah, bro, it's like so unbelievably worth it. But for me, I was just like, no, it's just like not really what I want to do. Like, I just don't want to give up that fucking freedom. I am kind of wasting my fucking thingamajiggies here. Wasting my peppers. It is not clear how I am supposed to activate this shit. Because this doesn't do anything. This just like lifts it up and down. But it doesn't seem to like power the bloody thing. I have no idea. I can't like hold that. No. There's like nothing else I missed. I'm probably just not reading something that's on screen that I was supposed to be reading, but like I'm paying attention. Okay, what's all this shit? I'm not supposed to use like the fucking pad, am I? Nah, surely not. No. No. I don't understand. Wait. No. Because I can't use this shit. This is just my quick use menu. That's just my whistle. That's just my shield. That's just my sword. I don't understand how to play a video game. Well, while we're here, we may as well do this while I... May as well make more fucking food while I answer your questions. Can you cook multiple at once? Does that do something? Does it make, like, longer? Martin Sacconi. I thought that said Martin Scorsese for a second there. I sense a stoic vibe in your mindset. Yeah, very much. Are you into stoicism? Absolutely. So stoicism is a thing that I talk about all the time. By the way, great content. Greets from Argentina. I appreciate it, bro. My sister went to Argentina. Hey, she lived in Argentina for like 2 years. She was in Buenos Aires and she was somewhere else as well. She went to Brazil for a bit, but she liked Argentina. She lived there. In her last year of high school, she went and like did a transfer thing where you go and stay with an like Argentinian family. And she loved Argentina. She loved that drink that you guys have. What's it called? Like herba, like mate? I don't know how you pronounce it. M-A-T-E. She loved that shit. I still like that too. She brought back a big bag. I like that shit. But I'm trying to sort of stay away from caffeine. She loved the food. Like you motherfuckers eat so much meat. Anyone who doesn't know, like Argentinians and lots of like South American countries, like Brazil does the same shit. But these motherfuckers will wake up in the morning and they have something called a mixed grill where they just eat like fucking 5 different types of meat for breakfast. And that's like normal fucking food. So fucking amazing. None of this like American breakfast cereal bullshit. Like they eat proper fucking food. So yeah, shout outs to Argentinians. I have no idea what these boxes are for. But yes, dude, I am absolutely into Stoicism for sure. I love the book of Epictetus. I love everything Seneca ever wrote. I love Marcus Aurelius. Byron Katie as well, even though she's a sweet old grandmother. Her shit is just Stoicism. If you read her books, like one of her books is called Loving What Is, which is just about like loving reality. Like the world is the way it is. I may as well love that instead of arguing about it and getting bothered by it and getting upset. So yeah, I am hugely into Stoicism, my man. Flozo, if you don't have someone to keep you accountable in real life, what was that in reference to? Maybe something I don't remember. Doc Taco, Andy, what was your most surprising game that you played years ago? Probably fucking Zelda Breath of the Wild. Honestly, probably Zelda Breath of the Wild. That blew me the fuck away. This game I think will too when I actually concentrate on it. I'm not really concentrating right now because I'm like fully answering your guys' questions. And I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going right now. Like, I know I've said that like 10 fucking times. It really is hard to like prioritize two things at once. So I'm just prioritizing answering your questions. So please activate the Zone A device. Yeah, I know that. That's the green thing is a Zone A. Yeah, fan. Oh, fucking hell. I'm an idiot. Guys, it literally says it. See, this is what I mean when you're like, when you're fucking trying to answer questions, you're not paying attention. It literally said, please strike it. There we go. That wasn't that fucking hard, was it? Can I control this, or is it just going to go straight? I cannot control this. And if you're like not answering questions, like if you're just playing a video game, you would have picked that up in like half a second. But because you're answering questions, you were just like not reading what's on the screen. This is why they say like don't play fucking video games while driving. You know what I mean? Actually, I don't know if anyone says that, but don't text while driving because you're just like incapable of doing two things. The human brain is so fucking funny, man. I can't wait till we augment ourselves with AI and we plug ourselves into like fucking artificial intelligence, and then your brain can just multitask and have like 5 different things going on at once. But at the moment, we are not capable of that. So, Glassback, oh yeah, major thing that makes me worry about kids, loss of freedom to do what I want and go where I want to go. So you know how before I said whichever decision you make, just go all in and make that the best decision. So if you decide that you will have kids, don't just assume that that means all of your freedom has to go. Obviously, like, you make some compromises, sure. But what I would do is I would play to win. And I would sit there and say, fuck yeah, give me these Zone I charge shit. I would sit there and say, how can I win? How can I have kids but still keep my freedom? And so probably the easiest way of doing that is just make a metric fuck ton of money. Like, money solves almost all of the problems that you would have with losing your freedom. You can hire a babysitter. You can hire someone to look after your kids. You don't need to, if you have like passive income or if you just earn a lot of money, you can work part-time and just spend more time with your kids, or spend a bit of time with your kids. What am I supposed to do with this? I know what to do with this. I know what you want me to do. You can't fool me. I'm a gamer. I know what you want me to do. How do I do this? You want me to put it in there, but how? I can't turn it. How do I fucking turn it? It won't let me turn it. What the fuck am I supposed to do? If I drop it, is it gonna like go in the right spot? Is that what I'm supposed to do? No, it's a goddamn X. Quick, grab it when it's not an X. There is like no button that lets you rotate this. I can rotate this. Oh, maybe I pick it up when it's on the ground like that. I bet you that's it. No, it's still a fucking X. There you go. I made it not an X. I'm a gamer, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, just decide that you'll do whatever it takes to make the decision the correct one. So, like I said, just find ways that you can make a shit ton of money or make passive income, and then you'd have a lot more free time, and then you wouldn't be so worried about losing your freedoms. Obviously, there'll still be some compromises, like, you know, when your kids are young, you're probably not just going to leave your kids with a babysitter for like, you know, 6 months while you go traveling the world. But this is part of why, since the dawn of time, people have had, and this is something that happens less in Western culture, people have had strong family bonds. Like, you know, we got the guy in here from Argentina. He would know what I'm talking about. Like, in those sort of more traditional family cultures, you have your family look after your fucking kids. You know what I mean? My parents actually, my grandparents like helped raise me. And that meant that my parents could spend time having more independence and not losing their freedoms because like the grandparents sort of chip in and help raise you. So there's ways to make it work, man. Like I'm not just going to tell you that having kids means you lose all freedoms. It doesn't have to be like that. Remember that here we play to win and we come up with solutions to our problems. We don't focus on problems. So, you know, the problem is I'd be losing some freedoms and it's like, all right, well, how do I solve that problem? Like, what's the solution? How do I make it work? How do I play to win? So, yeah, but obviously still there will be some compromises, but there's compromises with everything, man. There'll be compromises if you don't have kids. There'll be days where you wake up and you're like, oh, wow, I don't automatically have a sense of purpose. At least when you have kids, you are too busy to ever think, like, what is my meaning of life? Whoops, what did I do? You're too busy to ever think that. It's like, I got to just shut my mouth and raise kids. That's nice. Like, that can be a nice little thing. If you don't have kids, you don't have that. And so you kind of have to come up with your own meaning. And this is something that, you know, because we're obviously not having kids, I've drilled that into Imogen. We have had so many fucking conversations where I'm like, look, when you get towards your 30s, you might start having your biological clock start ticking. And you might be thinking like, fuck, like, am I missing out from having kids? And the answer is to obviously like build some sort of mission and have a purpose and like know who you are and know what you're working towards and find ways to make the world a better place and all of that good shit so that you don't then sit there and go, oh fuck, I'm missing out by not having kids. So yeah, there's ways to win, dude. There's ways to solve these problems. Flozo says, what book is the Epictetus authored called? It's just called The Book of Epictetus. Look for it on YouTube. The same with Marcus Aurelius Meditations. They're both audiobooks on YouTube, so they're free. But the Book of Epictetus is my favorite one. There's just so much fucking stoicism in that book. My God. He's talking about, like, if you get your mind right, nobody else can affect you. Like, somebody else could... He literally says, somebody else can come up to me and tell me, if you don't do what I want, I will chop your arm off. And then he says, then I guess you must chop my arm off, and I will have a smile on my face. And then if you threaten to chop my other arm off, I'll have a smile on my face. And if you threaten to chop my legs off, I'll have a smile on my face. And if you kill me, then I guess I die a free man. Because you never got to like own me. So I fucking love that shit. That is like absolutely my mindset. I really, really, really love stoicism. But the Book of Epictetus is the most like hardcore one. Marcus Aurelius, though, I think has a more compelling story because this motherfucker was the emperor of Rome at the peak of Rome. And it's such a humble book because no one was meant to read it. It was his diary. It wasn't meant to be read by anyone. It came out like years after his death. And it's just this like humble, down to earth, like dude who is literally the emperor of the most powerful, you know, nation at that point in time. And he's talking about how sometimes he struggles to get out of bed in the morning and he just wants to lay under the blankets and just be lazy. And it's like, it's so fucking amazing listening to an emperor. And the way that it starts as well, he talks about, you know, even though you're the emperor, make sure that you can not lose touch with the common man. Like, you need to walk along the common man. You need to be in touch with your people. Never get so big that your ego takes over that you think you're invincible, because that's the second that people will sort of like backstab you, and it's the second that you won't love the people that you're supposed to be looking after. Imagine if our politicians, you know, like in America, in Australia, in all these countries, imagine if our politicians had that fucking mindset where they're humble and their mission is like, I need to love my constituents because like I can't get a big head. This isn't about me. This is about them. Like, fucking hell, guys. Imagine if that was the mindset. Holy shit. So Marcus Aurelius is probably the most interesting book, but I just like Epictetus's one better. I assume this is where I'm supposed to climb. Doc says, let's see how he does with big RPGs, like Persona or Elden Ring. Yeah, I gotta be careful not to play those games, though, or I'll just play forever. The only reason that I'm playing Zelda right now, I don't play many video games. The only reason I do is, like, Zelda. It's just been something that I've always fucking played. I have so many beautiful memories with Zelda. And so I've always promised myself, even when I'm super productive, even when I have tons of shit to do and I'm busy, I will always find time to play the Zelda games. Like the big proper Zelda games. I don't play like the, you know, Game Boy Zelda games or like Nintendo DS Zelda games. Just the proper, like, on the main console. So like Switch and, you know, the Wii and like Twilight Princess and all of those kind of ones. So yeah, I'd love to play big RPGs. I get too sucked in, man. Like, and I will just play like hundreds of hours. And so if I am gonna play hundreds of hours, I want it to only be on Zelda. It's kind of like, oh, I can start a fire. It's kind of like the one thing that I allow myself to do. And also, like, I never claim to be good at games. Like, I'll make that clear. I know none of you give a shit if I'm good or not, but yeah, I'm not like much of a fucking gamer. So spark it with a metallic weapon. Well, we don't have that. That's fucking useless. We don't really have a metallic weapon, do we? I'm running out of, like... I swear to God, there's meant to be a way of breaking these. I bet you if I do this, I can, like, break it. Oh, that's what I was meant to be doing. Okay. What is this shit? Arrows. We don't really care about arrows. I don't have a bow. Martin Sacconi says, cool, can't believe you like mate. Yeah, tell me how to pronounce it, dude. Like, is it mate or is it mate? Mate or mate? So first or second one? Mate as in like your friend, or mate? But yeah, I like it. It's a very strong taste though. Holy fuck. Like if no one else has tasted it, holy shit. It's like really fucking strong. But I like that kind of shit. I really like that kind of thing. I like what's it called? Like the thing that like Chinese people drink. It's not like green tea. Fuck, I can't remember. It's like green. It's similar to that. Someone in the chat, you'll fucking tell me what it is. Like Chinese people drink it. Oh, I can't remember what it is, but I like that shit. Argentinians are full of meat. Yeah, absolutely. I'll check out Loving What Is. Yeah, it's like Loving What Is very similar to Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus and all of that. It's not kombucha, Flozo. No, it's not kombucha. It's something else. Matcha. It's matcha. It's matcha. Matcha is what I'm thinking of. No, matcha. M-A-T-C-H-A. Yeah, so Martin, Loving What Is like Marcus Aurelius or someone like that, but written by your grandmother. Like she's this sweet old lady. She's got white hair. She's really old, and she's like really sweet. But it's just a book of stoicism. It's fucking amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. It's like a female version of stoicism, but she can be very blunt as well, like very honest and very blunt. She also has a podcast I recommend you guys check out. You can probably start with their podcast if you want. And she walks you through her exercises of, like, she has a process of how she gets you to, like, question your thoughts and see if they're true. And there are so many quotes that she has that are exactly the same as Sen. See, I told you motherfuckers would be able to go up through the like, floor. Fucking hell. There are so many quotes from Byron Katie's books that are, like, direct quotes from Seneca or Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus. Like, probably the best example is... I think it's Seneca, maybe it's Epictetus, who's basically like, reality is never as harsh as our thoughts about it. In other words, like we often sit there and we... No, sorry. The quote is, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. I think that's Seneca. Byron Katie has a quote that's so fucking similar to that, where she's like, reality is much kinder than our stories about it. So... she has so many quotes that are just literally the same as like stoicism and shit. So if you like stoics, you'll really like her. Flozo says a site called Stick that allows you to keep yourself accountable for putting dollars on the line. That's cool. Lots of my coaching clients have done that, bro. Where they'll get together with each other and they'll be like, yo, I'll pay you like $500 if I don't do this thing that I said I was going to do. But I like that. I like that someone's made it a website, so it goes to someone or wherever you choose. Does the website, Flozo, do you know, does the website, like, keep an amount of money? If so, that'd be a cool, like, business model. Like, how do they make money? How does a site like that run? The ability to rise. Was there, like, nothing else in this fucking temple? Oh, I'm supposed to use that shit in this temple, aren't I? Alright, so what do we do? Rise... oh, that's fucking sick. And trippy as fuck. That was so trippy. I can just go through the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Can I do that anywhere? There has to be a thing above me, right? That's fucking cool. This is so sick. That's fucking crazy. Was there anything down there? There was. Jump. Stick. Yeah, yeah. Let me know, dude, if you know how they make money. Stone axe. Okay, we probably don't want to break this. I probably don't want to use the stone axe. Oh, I have to drop something. Drop that piece of shit then. Yeah, I don't want to break the stone axe. Does it break? Are any weapons in this game, like, unbreakable? It's got a glow around it. I don't know what that means. Equip it and use it. Yeah, I don't want to fucking break it, though, because I want to use it on shit. I want to cut some trees down, and then we can go get that thing that I showed you guys before that I couldn't get to. This is so fucking sick. I like that so much. Alright, come on, bitch. Oh, what the fuck? He's got a bow and arrow. I couldn't see that. Hell yeah, brother. Thanks for the bow and arrow. How do I equip bow and arrow? I think you hold up, don't you? No. Right? No. Where is the bow and arrows? Left? No. Down? No, that's whistle. How the hell do I pull out a bow and arrow? Do I have to just switch to it? No. Oh, is it already on my back? And so I can use my sword. Okay, well, how do I fucking... No, get out. How do I pull out? No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. There we go. Okay, how do I cancel? Cool. Alright. We're gaming, ladies and gentlemen. I understand how to game now. Flozo, you go on to say, I keep on trying to put it in, but it doesn't pop. That sounds fucking dirty, bro. I keep on trying to put it in. I'm trying to put it in. Alright. I guess we got to use the axe on this shit, don't we? Can I hold it and swing around? Yeah. Nice. 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 My boy's tired. Look how tired he is after he swings the fucking axe. Alright, now how do I get up there? I must have to use that bullshit, right? This is so fucking sick. I've never played a game, and guys, let me know if there is. There probably is a game, right? I've never played a game where you can, like, go through the goddamn floor. How quick is this? Like, if this thing's moving. Catch up. Okay, cool. It kind of freezes time, I guess. Are there any games you guys have ever played where you can, like, go through the floor like this? I can't think of any. Not that I know every single game ever, obviously. Oh! That was cool. That transition was sick. Yeah, these things are fucking cool. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking shit. Rotating. That's cool as hell. So, Flozo, you're going to say... I'll read your thing without making dirty jokes this time. I keep on trying to put it in, but it doesn't pop up for some reason, even with the spaces. Oh, are you trying to put in, like, a URL? They don't work in chat, and that's not, like, anything I'm doing, and I can't fix that. I've got it on so it doesn't block anything you guys say, but it will still block URLs, even if you put spaces in and shit. I don't think I can fix that in the live chat. You can just leave it as a comment after the live stream is over, if you want to. Flozo, you say, I'd rather have the book since I check out a lot of things at the library. I think the book is called Enchiridion of Epictetus. Is that the same thing as called the book? Is that the same thing as the Book of Epictetus? Which should be like 4 books. There should be 4 books. And in that YouTube video, they're all put together. You say, I remember Marcus would have his mentors or something telling him in his ear, you are just a normal man, when other people would charade him. Yeah. So that's, yeah, 100%. That's in the book, yeah. And that's good fucking shit. Like, humility is an absolute cheat code. Radical, or Cam, that's one of his favorite topics to talk about, humility. It's just such an absolute cheat code. Byron Katie talks about it a lot in lots of her books, because the second you say that you're the expert, or the second you say that you know everything, or that you're absolutely sure of something, you close your mind off and you're not open to new ideas. Like, you literally stop learning when you sit there and say that you know, or I'm the expert. And so I've tried to do that with my content. I've tried to do that with, just me as a human being. Oh, fuck. My poor boy's cold. Should I put pants on? Maybe that's gonna help just a little bit. What if he puts pants on? Nah, that doesn't do anything. And these pants are kind of gay. I don't know. They're both pretty. Like, look, the boy's wearing a skirt. I don't know that I want him to wear a skirt. How do I rotate? Look at this. Like, I'm not happy with this skirt. I don't know. I know the Scots wear skirts and shit. I don't know. I kind of like him in his little booty shorts. Little gym shorts. He's wearing like athletic wear that chicks wear. Zelda probably gave that to him so she can look at his butt and be like, look at that tight little fucking bussy. Look at that little boy pussy. Little bussy there. Alright, where am I supposed to go now? We can go to any of those places where I can go up, can't we? So I'll probably go here. I bet you I can just climb up into this shit. Also, did we go over here? You guys don't know. What am I fucking asking you for? Ah, ladies and gentlemen, we can fucking make your fire now. Where's the flint? That shit. Wait, how do I hold it? Select? Ah? No. No! I actually don't know what button I'm supposed to push. Just do the old boom away. Alright. Stick that there. Where's my sword? My axe? Boom, bitch! Ah, shit, my axe is on fire. And then... So how do I hold shit? It says select R. I swear I pushed that. See, and it doesn't fucking do it. I don't know. Whatever. Let's make a shitty fucking big meal. Hell yeah, boys and girls. YNKno says, wouldn't someone whisper to him, one day you will die? Yeah. That's, you guys know Alex Hermosi. If you don't, he's basically an entrepreneur. He's on YouTube. He's got like 1 million followers. He gives a lot of like self-improvement, but mostly like business advice. And he, in an interview, talked a lot about how he thinks about death a lot. And death is something I've thought about a lot too. And you use it as a way to keep yourself grounded, because you basically remind yourself when you're sitting there in a moment and you're over analyzing something, or you're worrying about something, or you're hurt because a girl rejected you, you just remind yourself like, yo, one day I'll be fucking dead. And like, 50 years or 100 years or some amount of years after I'm dead, no one will remember my name. Like, there will be a point in time when no one even knows that I existed anymore. And so, does it really fucking matter if this girl says, no, I don't want to suck your dick today? Like, I'll be fucking dead one day. Oh, warm clothes. Oh my god. Okay, these are what we're putting on. My man deserves to wear some pants. Look at that shit. Look at that fucking shit. That's some manly fucking pants. That's better than this like skirt shit. And that's going to keep us warm. We should be good now, ladies and gentlemen. Do we want to make a fire? Not really. I don't think we need to. I can't anyway, can I? I don't have another flint. Flozo says, stick revenue. No money was collected when the stakes went to a friend. 19.5% was collected when the stakes went to a charity. 29% when it went to an anti-charity. Okay. Okay. That's not too bad. 20% cut is not bad when it's going to a charity. I respect that. That's a pretty decent business model, man. That's cool. Like, they're not doing... Like, some companies take a huge cut. Like, if any of you have ever done a job for Fiverr takes, like, a huge fucking cut. Lots of companies take... Oh, fuck. I keep pushing the wrong fucking button. Lots of companies take a huge cut, but, yeah, 30% is pretty reasonable. That's if you didn't hit the deadline. So I think you said... I can't remember what you said before. If you do hit the deadline, they don't take anything. Right? Oh, dude, they don't take revenue when it even goes to your friend. Okay. Okay. I'd probably want to donate it to a charity, so then I know even if I fuck up, at least, like, it's going to a decent cause, you know what I mean? Or a friend, I guess, if your friend needs money. But then you get into a weird thing where they're incentivized for you not to succeed. Alright, what is this fucking cunt doing? Glasper says, can't say I know one. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Sometimes you guys respond to what I'm saying and then I don't read it in time, so I don't know what's actually being responded to. Adam Tang, hey Andy. Hey man. Thoughts on sitting next to a girl or across from a girl in a restaurant on a first date? Oh, dude, I got so many thoughts on this one, brother. Obviously, the answer is like do whatever you want. That will always be the answer to every single question you guys ask me. Do whatever you want as long as nobody's like everybody's happy. But restaurants, if you want my recommendation, yeah, bro, like don't sit across. It's just so fucking weird, man. Like it's like you're at an interview, like a job interview or something. And when you're nervous, it's just so much pressure because you're constantly looking at the other person or they're looking at you. But at least if she's sitting next to you, you're looking at your food. You're looking across at the restaurant. It also obviously feels more intimate, I guess is the right word. Did that work? Yeah. It feels more intimate. I have no idea what the shit this is. Like, what actually is this fucking shit? This looks like a bird. It is a bird. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit. Guys, it flies. Look. It goes down the rails. No, it's gone. I can't get it back. I guess that's why they give you a bunch. So that you can screw it up. Like I just did. There's nothing else here, is there? I can't climb this. Or I can climb. I can climb this. Okay, let's go look at this thing. What is this shit? Yeah, man, I would sit next to. It's just more intimate, so it's easier for you to like hold her hand if you want to. It's easier for you to like touch her leg if you want to. It just feels more intimate. It's like you're both sitting next to each other, which is like nice. She likes it, you like it. But more than anything, it's just so that you don't feel like you're in a job interview, man. Also on that note, I generally speaking don't do restaurant dates. But again, like do whatever you want, man. But I don't do restaurant dates. I prefer, like as in I don't eat food. I will if I know the chick or something. Like if we've been on a couple of dates or we've had sex or whatever. But generally for a first date, I like to keep it super casual. So I like to go to like a coffee shop, grab a coffee and then go for a walk. Or sit on a couch or something in a coffee shop. Sit in a bar. I love bars. When I was doing bar dates, I don't really do bar dates anymore. I don't do dates at night anymore. I only do dates during the daytime. But when I was doing dates at night, I found a bunch of bars where they have like a nice couch. And so you can sit on the couch next to her. It's super fucking comfortable. It feels more chill. It just feels like it's less pressure. And I think a lot of the time we focus on us, right? Obviously, because you're you. You are Adam, right? And you focus on like what's good for you and what you want and what'll make you less nervous. It's worth reminding yourself that like she's obviously going to be there and she's going to be a bit nervous too. And so you not sitting across from her, like you sitting next to her, that takes pressure off her too. Like a lot of the time, especially if you're inexperienced or you're just, relatively new to all this shit, new to dating, new to sex, new to cold approach and all of that, you're focusing on what makes you feel better. But you don't realize that lots of these girls are just as nervous as you. And so you sitting next to them, that's nice for her too. That's why I have more chill dates where I would just, we'll go for a walk or we'll go sit in a park or we'll go geocaching or we'll sit in a bar but on a couch next to each other. Would I like to use the device manufacturer? Construct horns. But what does this shit actually do? Okay, you told me to make this, but you didn't tell me why you want me to make this shit. But is this like a recipe? Do I put like multiple things in here? But yeah, Adam, at the end of the day, bro, like do whatever you want. There's no right or wrong answer. Dudes will give you right or wrong answers, right? Like, oh shit, like what the fuck is this shit? Fan. Oh, holy fuck. Wings. Holy shit, you guys. This makes shit. I can like build shit with this. What happens if I... So is it just going to give me one of each? Like whatever I put in there. This is fucking sick. So I could make something. If I get my axe and I chop down some trees, I could make like a... Holy crap. Why did it give me like 100 different things? Flame emitter. Shoots fire. Holy shit. I'm going to have so much fun with this shit. What is this? Portable pot. Oh, that's fucking sick. That is sick. This is so sick. Wait, so I can put anything in here, and it will just give me random. Anyway, what was I saying? Adam, I was talking to you, Adam. I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, people, especially like pickup artists and shit like that, and you know, like guys in our self-improvement circles and stuff, will tell you like what the correct answer is. Like, bro, it's beta if you go on a coffee date. Like, I heard that recently, and it's like, bro, just do whatever you want to do. Hey, like, it all works. You'll have sex no matter what you do. Like, she either likes you or she doesn't like you. Yeah, Doc, exactly, bro. It's like, just go out and be social. Like, there's no correct answers with this shit. I can give you recommendations. Like, I can sit here and say, I personally prefer to sit next to a chick rather than, you know, across from her. Or I can say, like, I personally like coffee dates or daytime dates because it just fits in better with my schedule. And, you know, I did the whole nighttime bar dates for years, and it just fucked up my sleep schedule. Like, at this point in time, business is obviously, or coaching, this shit that I'm doing, this content, is my most important mission. So I don't really have daytime dates, but, sorry, I don't have nighttime dates. That's not me telling you that nighttime dates are bad or wrong. Adam, you said, I really enjoyed watching that live speed dating stuff Alex from Playing with Fire does on his channel. It's so funny and fun. Would you ever consider doing something similar to that? So he asked me to. He's asked me a couple times, and I've said no, and I said, like, I probably don't want to do it. And I don't... Fuck, why'd you drop it on the ground, dude? I'm not against it. I just... Okay, so at this point in time, I have a limited amount of time, which is going to sound very funny when I'm sitting here playing fucking Zelda with you guys, right? But I have a limited amount of time, and you'll see as you... If any of you are building a business, you will know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. There's only a limited amount of time, and it's more a limited amount of willpower and motivation and shit like that. Also, can I put random shit in here? Could I put, like... Like, what happens if I just put food in here? What the fuck is that? Oh, it spat it out, and it's like, no, screw you. What if I put a frog in there? I think it's just going to spit it back out. Oh, wait. My fucking frog flopped away. Okay, that was legitimately funny. That cracked me the fuck up. Back on task. Yeah, so I just think it's because I got a limited amount of time and shit like that. I say no to stuff that doesn't, like, isn't a fuck yes. I say the same with dating. I've said the same to you guys. It's not me that came up with it. It's Mark Manson who came up with this. He has an article called Fuck Yes or No. And the premise of the article is if you don't feel like you're a fuck yes with someone, and if you don't feel like they're a fuck yes with you, just don't date them. Like, your time is better off spent. The Rational Male has a very similar article called Wait For It. And he talks about, like, they both talk about your time is best spent doing stuff or hanging out with people that you're excited to hang out with and they're excited to hang out with you. And so when I think about, like, doing that speed dating thing, I'm not against it. It's just that nothing inside me lights up. And I'm just like, great. So I'm just doing dating, which I have a limited amount of time and energy, obviously, in my day. I'm doing dating with people that I can never have sex with. Like, that doesn't lead to anything for me. Do you get what I mean? Also, how do I actually start this damn thing? Do I hit it? Because the other one just went, didn't it? I put it in the right spot and it just started going. Is that the right spot? Go. 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 So yeah, not against it, bro. It doesn't excite me, so I'm not going to do it. I'll be honest, like, I probably won't do it. I can see that it's fun and cool. Also, like, where the hell is this flying to? I can't control this, can I? So this obviously has some predestination that it wants me to go to. Oh. Maybe it's just taking me and then I can get up on there because I can go from underneath that. So maybe it's just sort of taking me in this general direction. And then I'm supposed to jump down. Though I don't think there's anything exciting up there, but we'll still go have a look. But yeah, like, back on the topic, Alex Playing with Fire. He has a ton of, like, really interesting, entertaining content. He definitely does, like, really cool ideas. Fish! Okay, this man's a fucking... We talk about alpha males and shit. Link is an alpha male. Find me someone else that catches fish with their bare fucking hands, swimming amongst the fish. Like, that is not how most people catch fish. What a fucking legend. No more fish. Hey. I saw a fish, right? Is there a fish there? Or am I tripping balls? Alright. So yeah, and I appreciate you asking that question, by the way, because it sort of made me think. Back in the day, I used to just say yes to like everything, because I was like, I have to, like, I can't. Where am I supposed to go to be able to get up this thing? I was like, I can't say no to anything. I just have to say yes to everything, even if I don't want to do it. I feel really grateful that I'm in a position now, and it's thanks to all of you guys, right? I feel grateful that I'm in a position now where I can say yes just to the things I want to do, and I'm not like desperate to do stuff. I think it doesn't want me to go up here. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to go from underneath this. I think we've got to find somewhere else where I can go underneath. But yeah, sick question, dude. These questions are fucking good, by the way. I haven't told you guys that today, but you guys have hit me with some solid questions. I appreciate all of you being here as well. Also, let me know if you guys want me to do this more. Because like I said, I am going to be playing Zelda, like, a lot. And I'm happy to throw the stream on, like, basically every time I play Zelda. Which would probably be, like, roughly the same time I started today. And maybe, like, a couple days a week. I'm happy to just throw the stream on and see who comes. And you guys can use it as a coaching call if you want. Or we can just kind of hang out like we have been and you ask for my advice and shit. Because like I said, I'm going to be playing it anyway, so... Also, can I just, like, chop this fucking bitch down now? Yes, I can. So, if you guys like this kind of format, when I may as well be... You know, I'm going to be playing anyway, so I may as well do this if you guys want me to. Alright. So, what can I can stick, like, the fan and shit on this. I don't know what the point would be. What's that thing that was like fire? Portable pot flame emitter. So like, what do I do? I guess I just stick it. Do I just like stick it on the front? But like, what is the point? Okay, so like now we have a weird fucking... No, don't roll over. Now we can like jump on the log. And then how do I activate it? Like imagine this is my fucking... Imagine I put more logs and I join them together. And then I put like a fan on the back so I could make a boat. And then at the front... Like just pretend we have a boat right now. And then at the front... Yeah, like how fucking sick is that? Wait, how do I turn it off? Oh shit. But I set the grass on fire. How do I put the grass out? Okay. Fucking sick, man. How do I get it back? Now, how do I unstick shit? Okay, you just wriggle it and it unsticks. Okay, and then how do I pick it up? No, put it in your thing. How do I put it back in my backpack? Can I not put it back in my backpack? I don't think you can put it back in your backpack. Wait. Oh, holy shit, you guys. What the fuck? This is so dangerous. Holy shit. It's shooting fire in the fucking water. How do I get it? I can't. It's gone forever. I can't pick it up while I'm swimming. This game's fucking crazy. Holy shit. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. I'm gonna make weird fucking boats and... Okay, I ran out of battery though. How do I get more battery? I think I gotta eat that thing. Energy cell. Yeah, but where was the thing where there was like extra batteries? Oh, I fucking turned them all into that shit, didn't I? That was dumb. Now we got no battery left. Okay, I get you. Anyway. Radical. Still going, mate. Yeah, brother. I'm going to finish up in a second. Pretty sure I said that like fucking an hour ago, didn't I? This shit's fun. Answering your guys' questions is fun too. Get those hearts, baby. Heart scales are nothing. I got no hearts, brother. Did you fucking just see the weird shit that I made with the weird flamethrower thing? You got like sick stuff in this game. You can make like boats and shit. I'm gonna have so much fun with that. I heard you can also attach stuff to your weapons. So you can attach like a rock to your sphere and you can make like a mace or something. But yeah, this is sick so far. We might finish up in a second, guys. The questions are kind of slowing down a little bit. If you guys have any more questions, ask in the next like minute or so, but we'll probably finish up here. Like I said, if you guys want me to do this more, absolutely happy to, if there's interest. Like, happy to throw on the stream, answer some questions. We can make it super productive like we did today. Make sure you guys are getting value and shit. Adam, you say, yeah, I get what you mean, but I was asking more in terms of you setting up speed dates on your channel for your clients and getting some chicks you know for the show. Like again, it's just not something I'm super interested in. It's like that's probably the answer. Is like no suggestions like that. I get so many fucking suggestions, man. Like when you have a YouTube channel, you get so many suggestions. And so any of you who are thinking of getting into content creation, or if you do get into it, I would definitely say do the content that makes you excited. Like, and still make sure you appreciate people who give you suggestions. And I do appreciate the fucking suggestion, bro. It's probably just like not something that really excites me, if I'm honest. And I can check right now. I have a notebook and I have a list of podcast ideas for like podcasts that are either like half written and I just need to record them. And I have 517 in that folder right now. And I delete that once a year. Like I clear it out once a year. I just delete everything so that it doesn't build up too much. So yeah, I have a lot of fucking ideas. So appreciate the suggestion. It's not something that gets me fucking fired up, and there's no point doing, like, the content wouldn't be good if I did stuff that I didn't give a shit about. You guys would be like, what the fuck? Where's the passion, bro? Like, you don't want to be doing this shit. So, yeah, any of you who do content creation, go with where your heart is. Adam, you say thanks for the Q&A. Always good to interact. Yeah, you too, brother. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate the amazing questions. Radical, you say, I'm jealous of that level of idea generation. Crazy. Yeah, dude, like, you say that, but like, I'm very grateful for it, but there are many times where I'm just like, fucking hell, I wish I could have a day where I don't think of ideas. Like this morning when I was going for a walk with Imogen, I wrote notes for like 5 different podcasts, like while we're going for a walk. Sometimes I'll even dictate it, and I could stop that, you know what I mean? I could say like, no, I don't have to write this idea down. And there's plenty of ideas I don't write down, but yeah, the entire world is constantly like generating ideas in my head. Okay, so your axes do get damaged, so I probably don't want to chop too much shit when I only have one fucking axe. But yeah, I might finish up there, guys. Radical, yeah, I get ideas when I go for a walk, bro. Absolutely, walking is amazing for me. Showers as well. Glassbert, one last question before I go. How would you advise people who don't know what to do for a business to find out what they want to do for a business? Okay, dude. So, in the previous video on my channel, it was the one called Thank You. I talked about this website called Wealth Dynamics. So go to that. I don't get any money for this. Take the test. It costs $97, but if you use the code WEALTH30, WEALTH 30, use that discount code and it's only $60. And it basically tells you what your passions are when it comes to making money. So for me, and you know, maybe you guys would say like, yeah, that makes sense. Mine came out as like, it gives you a different archetype, and mine says you are going to have the most fun being a star. So that's like the person who gets to be on a YouTube channel, who gets to make content and shit like that. And so it basically gives you an idea of what you would really find fun, rather than sitting there and saying, oh, I have to know what my passion is. No. Start with like what type of, you know, what archetype you are when it comes to making money. For other people, like other archetypes are, you might want to be the supporter. So that's like someone who's a nurse, or that's someone who does counseling, like you support other people. Other types of ones are like the deal maker. So like you like to get in there with people and make deals and trade and all of that. Another one is a mechanic. So someone like an engineer, or someone who likes to just get in there and do the work and go in there. And so it has 9 different archetypes. I think it's 9, whatever. And it helps you figure out like how you would actually enjoy money. So I would start with that. Again, that is called Wealth Dynamics. It is something I recommend to literally everyone. Even if you know what you want to do, it just helps solidify in your head like, yeah, I am the person who's a star, so I should probably focus most on content if I want to be happy. Or, you know, I'm the supporter, so I probably want to work with people and make sure that I, you know, focus on the shit that makes me happy. So Yeah, dude, you said, holy shit, I didn't know about this. I'll take a look. Yeah, it's fucking amazing, man. It's so fucking amazing. Again, use the code WEALTH30 and you get like 30% off. It's really fucking good. Then on top of that, I would just try a bunch of different shit. You know, like take the pressure off yourself to know what you're going to do. In the coaching program, Cam and I have a list of like videos that we've done that like are members only content. So when you get in the coaching program, you get these videos. And one of the ones that I'm going to record like soon just for the coaching program is going to be like how to make your first $500. And I'll tell you guys this shit for free. What I recommend to lots of guys that sign up is I recommend you go out and make $500. And you might say, how the fuck can I make $500? You literally can just cold approach random strangers on the street and be like, yo, if I like rake your leaves, will you give me like $50? If I mow your lawn, will you give me $50? If I paint your house, will you give me $100? And you just ask people for money in exchange for like giving them something of value, like doing a service for them. It costs you no fucking money, and you will get together $500. Might take you a week, might take you a month, might take you a day. It doesn't fucking matter. But you're basically showing yourself, oh shit, I can make money. I can just generate money out of thin air by just doing some shit. And so I would say more than anything, rather than saying, you know, how do I find out what kind of business I want to start? Bro, take the pressure off yourself to start a business and instead focus on the money. In other words, focus on giving value to people so they give you money. And so take the pressure off yourself for starting a business, because that's a lot of pressure. And instead just say, all I'm doing is starting a side hustle. I just want to make a little bit of money. And then slowly build that into a business. I never intended for what I'm doing to be a business. Never in a billion years. I was just trying to help people and make some content. And then, after that, I just wanted to make $1. And then when I made $1, I just wanted to make $20 and then $50. And I didn't put this pressure on myself that this had to be a business, because I wouldn't have started. I would have done exactly what you're doing. And I would have said, fuck, man, I have to come up with the perfect business idea. How do I know what my passion is? It's like, bro, take that pressure off yourself. Just try and make a little bit of money. And if you enjoy making money in that way, then keep doing that. If not, try a different way of making money. Try doing a service. Try doing content. Try helping people. Try mowing people's lawns. Just try a bunch of different shit and find the shit that you enjoy. I never in a billion years would have thought that I would enjoy coaching, ever. That's the last thing I ever would have thought that I would fucking enjoy. But by just doing it a bunch, oh man, I still need more of these fucking shrine things. By just doing it a bunch, I got to see, oh shit, I actually do like coaching. Maybe I could enjoy this. And I'm now at a point where I'm moving away from coaching. I'm going to slowly stop doing coaching over time. Cam is going to take over more of that, and I might bring other coaches on as well, because now I know I like content. I like to do YouTube videos. I like to do podcasts. I like to help people. And so I'm moving more in that direction. And so Alex Hormozi says this all the time. He's an entrepreneur and he gives a lot of business advice. He says like almost nobody is still doing the same business they started like 10 years later. Almost nobody. Almost everybody will start a business and then try something else and then do something else and then sell the business and go to a different one or do something else. Like basically nobody sticks with the same thing for the rest of their lives. So take the fucking pressure off yourself that you have to know what... This motherfucker's shooting arrows at me. I'm trying to like fucking figure out how to use the motion controls. Take the pressure off yourself that you have to know what that you're going to do, because you most likely won't continue doing that thing in the future. Technically when I started, I was just doing Tinder reviews for people. I was like reviewing their profile. I was giving them tips on how to make it better. I don't fucking do that shit anymore. Like I was taking photos for people as well. Oh shit, like what is this? Where is this going to take us? This is going to take us somewhere cool too. I was like doing Tinder photo shoots. I don't do that anymore. And so I've changed. I've changed what I've done. I've gone through like 5 different iterations of how I make money. And I'm probably going to change another 5 fucking times, right? So take the pressure off yourself that you have to know what your passion is. Just go out and try and make $500 in whatever way you have to make or you want to make it. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. And just get started, man. The number one thing that people do or fail or don't do with business is fucking hell, stop pushing that button. They don't get started. Same with talking to girls, right? Guys will say like, what is the perfect pickup line? It's like, bro, it doesn't matter what the perfect pickup line is. Just start talking to some chicks, hey, and like go say hi to some chicks. Go be social. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will finish up the stream. It has been a pleasure. I'm going to wrap up. I might do a podcast or something. Get some shit done. Be productive. All that good shit. It has been an absolute pleasure. Until next time. How do I end the stream? Oh, end stream. Until next time, see you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you all being